like relook. It's going to look different. It's going to feel better. The name sucks. The name stinks. The Power Hour is a horrible name, but the first hour of this show is going to be now branded as Take Back with Zach, the show, essentially. What I want this to be is the surface level enjoyment for fans across the world. They will be like, they will essentially say, do you watch Take Back with Zach? And you're like, yes, I do. And they're like, cool. Do you watch the whole thing? And they're like, what do you mean? Like, well, do you watch just the Power Hour? And they're like, yeah, I just watched the Power Hour. They're like, well, you don't actually watch Take Back with Zach because he goes live for another 3 hours after that. The plan for today is to do the Power Hour, which you're watching right now. Shout out to you. Then we're going to be taking calls from the second hour and the third hour of the show on TikTok, talking ball, taking calls. And then the fourth hour of the show for me is the most fun hour. That is when we do live watch-alongs to games. We got baseball on right now. It's Royals and Twins. Royals are up 2-1 in the bottom of the third with 1 out. Bubich pitching a kind of a nice game. And Woods Richardson on the mound for Minnesota. That fourth hour is just hijinks, catch up, see what we did wrong. Show notes is something I want to do in there where everyone kind of calls in that's been watching the entire show. They call in and tell me all the things I got wrong, which is very, very funny. In my opinion, will all my feelings get hurt? Absolutely. But today's show, like every single show, and I wanted to real quick shout out XD1 and JD Walker being in here right now. My Duke team lost. JD, you are the only one that is sad, brother. That is where we're going to open the show today with Duke and UConn. And Jen is in here as well. XT said the newest clip is doing well. People are getting mad. 46 likes in 46 minutes. That's pretty good. Max is here. Hey, Zach, I got work off this week, so I'll be able to tune in a lot this week. I absolutely love that. You'll be seeing the revamped TBWZ Take Back with Zach. Yes, sir. This is Holy Week. Shout out to Christ. Yesterday was Palm Sunday. I hope you went to church. That was the day that Jesus rode in on a donkey into Jerusalem to basically be killed. No other king rides in on a donkey. It was one of the most important parts of Jesus' ministry, I think, and one of the most subtle was riding on a donkey. Even you and I, far from a king. Do you ever argue with your friends about getting an Uber XL or a regular Uber? And sometimes it's like, well, there's only a $10 price difference, so the price isn't the thing. It's like, bro, I want to roll up in an XL. I want to roll up in an Escalade. I don't want to roll up in a Camaro or in a Corolla. I'd be down to roll up in a Corolla. Camaro. You could just tell right away how this show is about to go. It's just one of those things. I don't mind stuttering and saying stupid things and like stumbling over my tongue and forgetting what I'm talking about. I don't mind that. But when I'm doing a diatribe on the Lord Jesus Christ, it's probably the worst time to do it. But, you know, that's what makes this show this show. It makes it widescreen radio because you got to see it to believe it. I think. Maybe that's our tagline. See it to believe it. Let's get this show started. This show starts the same way every single day. It starts with the verse of the day. Today's verse comes from Isaiah 53, focusing on verses 3 and 4. Isaiah is an Old Testament Bible verse written by the prophet Isaiah. This is prophesied years before Jesus was even born. Talking about the man himself, Christ, on this week of on this week of persecution. This is it is Monday. Yeah, that is true, Jen. He was despised and rejected, a man of sorrows, acquainted with deepest grief. He's real human. We turned our backs on him and looked the other way. This is describing the Israelite people. He was despised and we did not care. And the Romans, of course. Yet it was our weakness he carried. He bore that cross. It was our sorrows that weighed him down. And we thought his troubles were a punishment from God, a punishment for his own sins. How wrong they were. How wrong they were. He was pierced for our rebellion, crushed for our sins. He was beaten so that we could be whole. He was whipped so that we could be healed. All of us, like sheep, have strayed away. We have left God's path to follow our own, yet the Lord laid on him the sins of us all. Very powerful from the prophet Isaiah years before this has even been a thing. It's been a while since I've been here for verse of the day. Let's go. Shout out to Max. We also do, of course, with the verse of the day, we do the movie of the day. Today's movie of the day, I don't have it on me. It is Rush Hour Trace. Rush Hour 3, yes sir, yes sir. Chris Tucker and Jack Chan are back. For this fast-paced, action-packed, and very funny. All right, Jack Chan, Chris Tucker, when a Chinese criminal Chinese criminals mastermind When a Chinese criminal mastermind flees to Paris, there's only one culture clashed. There's only one culture clashed. There's only one culture clashed crime-fighting duo for the job. Ready to raise heck in the City of Lights. What's the City of Lights? Is Paris the City of Lights? Is Paris not the City of Love? Am I tripping out? I've clearly never been to Paris. The City of Lights. Put the emoji in a Chargers Angels uniform. New idea. We have a Chargers one, XD. We have a Chargers one. I'll give you the back end to my Twitch so you can do all that stuff for me. Nah, so lazy of me. Ready to raise heck in the City of Lights. Chief Inspector Jackie Chan and Detective Chris Carter. Detective Carter. Instead, get it caught in an explosive battle between the French police, the Triad Gang, and two gorgeous femmes fatales. With everybody kung fu, everybody was kung fu fighting to the top of the Eiffel Tower with 1-2 punches of hilarious action. Doesn't let up the final heart stopping. Oh, au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir. Jackie Chan, Rush Hour 3. Let's get it going. Oh boy. What a weekend we had. And like I said, there are bumps in the road as we do this show and we do new things. And today is the first. This is legit the first power hour of TBWZ. This right here is where I'm going to cut. Boing. I'm going to bring it in for the show. So you guys got the little preamble. This part is just between you and I. This part's just between us. Yes, Paris is known as the City of Lights. Thank you, Jen. However, it is also known as the City of Love. So you're right on both counts. It's an electric start to the day if I'm right on both things Paris-wise. Friday's the superpower hour. This is not going on YouTube, right? By the way, this part between you and I, this part's not going on YouTube. This is the silent killer. This is the part where we kind of warm things up a little bit. I should include the verse of the day though, and the movie of the day into the power hour probably, but I need to just get better at what I do. But here we go. Let's get this thing going. Stop recording and start. This is the TBWZ Power Hour for Monday, March 30th, 2026. You are listening to TBWZ. Of course, there's no better place to start this show than UConn upsetting Duke in the Elite Eight, in which is, and by far, the game of the tournament, the shot of the tournament. It's the moment of March. The Huskies have it, man. They hold the crown of the moment of March. It's the biggest shot in the school's history. It's one of the biggest shots in John Shire's history at Duke and Dan Hurley's history at UConn. As UConn takes down Duke and we crown Braylon Mullins, our certified white boy of the dance. Come on now, brother. After the kid, if you remember, the kid missed the free throw. And UConn was down 19 at one point in this game. I was driving home, watching this game on my phone, hoping that I would get home in time for a basketball game to actually happen. Right when I walk in, they kind of cut the lead down to 12 from 19 in the second half. And I was like, okay, we got an opportunity here to have a game. And boy, oh boy, did we finish with an absolute awesome game. End of the game, UConn's down 3. They've got 2 free throws. 10 seconds left on the clock. The kid misses the first free throw. The kid missed the first free throw right off the bat. My mom and dad, I was watching them with them, and my mom was like, should he miss the second free throw on purpose? Because mom knows ball, and mom knows that that's a part of the game. I was like, hey, if you miss the first one, maybe you miss the second one on purpose so you get that action. I said to her, make it, foul right away. Make it, foul right away, you're going to play this game. And you're going to hopefully get a shot at the very end of the game with 2 seconds left for 3, and hopefully you could take it. The kid makes the free throw. So we still have 10 seconds on the clock as he makes the free throw. Duke had to advance the ball. I want to just stop right there real fast. A lot of people this morning, I'm hearing all over the internet and the interwebs because I hear everything. End of top 4. Moving into the bottom half of the 4th inning. Royals up 2-1 still. They had to advance the ball. So UConn had the possession arrow. UConn had the possession arrow. So if at any moment they trap, which they obviously were going to in that situation, down 2 with 10 seconds left in the game, UConn goes for a trap. If they get a jump ball, they get possession of the ball in their own half court. So Duke did have to advance the ball, okay? There was also 10 seconds on the clock, meaning that the 8-second violation was in play. So UConn had two options. They could have trapped, resulting in either a jump ball, which means they get the ball back because they had the possession arrow, or they get an 8-second violation. They get the ball back in their half of the court with 2 seconds left on the clock. For that reason, John Shire and the Duke Blue Devils are trying to advance the ball over the half court line and pass the ball around. They couldn't just sit there and be like, I'm not going to do anything, try to foul me, because that wasn't the game that UConn was going to play. UConn was going for the ball and the jump ball specifically. In that situation with 10 seconds left on the clock, they had to advance the ball. A bunch of people right now are talking about, John Shire messed up. I don't know why they advanced the ball. It's clear and obvious as to why that team had to do that. The execution, though, was poorly done. Obviously, there was a steal with about 5 seconds left in the game by the man himself, Braylon Mullins. And then ultimately, he gets the ball back with 2 seconds left on the clock, puts up the 3, and hits the biggest shot in his life, in his existence. He will now be remembered forever. He essentially immortalized himself with that shot. Amongst UConn people, amongst basketball enjoyers, amongst Duke fans. Oh boy, first and F most. What the heck? What the crap just happened? Dude, Toasted AU, follow? Toasted Gold? Hey, Toasted, what up, dog? Thank you for joining the show. We are talking BALL, capital ball. As elated as I am for UConn, right? And the reaction that I had after that, I was basically narrating out loud, and I was just calling it. I'm like, you got to foul, you got to foul, you got to foul, you got to foul. Oh, steal, shoot it. Ah! That was basically the sequence of events. And I have a feeling that was the sequence of events for lots of houses across America. You got to foul, you got to foul, you got to foul. Oh, they got to steal. Hit it. Ah! My mom screamed so loud she got a headache. My dog was freaked out. He ran into the other room. No one has action on this game. No one has money on it. Everyone's bracket is busted in my house. There's no reason to scream except, gosh dang it, man. That's what sports do to us. That is what they do, bro. I am so sick of the gambling stuff because you don't need that to have a good time, to be moved off of your feet. All you need is the craziest buzzer beater you've ever seen in your entire life to get off your couch and scream at the top of your lungs. The one thing I keep thinking about with this game in particular, this is crazy, but Caden Boozer and Cameron Boozer are twins. They were born on July 18th, 2007. I was born on July 18th, 96. These guys I share a birthday with these guys. And I also share a birthday with my friend Jonah. And me and Jonah, every time we see each other, even though it's every like 2 or 3 years at this point, we're so tight right away because we have the same birthday. There's a connection that you have with someone born on your birthday. So I've been talking mad crap on Cam Boozer, but guys, I can't do anything about it. I have a connection with the Boozer brothers. Me and the Boozer brothers are connected at the hip. I don't believe in astrology or astronomy, or I believe in astronomy. All the astrology stuff is kind of whatever. That's out of my lane. But I do respect it, and I think it's kind of interesting. And planets, gravity, whatever. But I share a birthday with these guys. As elated as I am for the kids at UConn, and for the fans on that side, and for the people that call that their alma mater, I am just devastated for the kids at Duke. When I was 18 years old, I was making just the worst decisions left and right. I was being full-blown retarded, like with everything I did in life. Oh, here's an awesome girl that cares about me and is really, really kind. I can't do it. Let's break up. I was more concerned about smoking pot when I was 18 than anything else in my life. And like finishing school and trying to get to school and all of that kind of stuff. I look back at my decision-making and my emotions and my mental health at that age. Man, being 18, you don't have all of the tools in the toolbox quite yet in your brain You don't have everything that you need to navigate life at the age of 18. So these kids that are losing these insane basketball games that they're never going to forget ever again, my heart goes out to them. So I feel bad for the Duke kids that played on that court. Every single other Duke fan in the entire United States, that's me laughing at you. It's hilarious. It's like Duke, the Yankees, the Cowboys, probably the Celtics for me, but the Lakers for everybody else. If you're a fan of those teams, dude, get out of here. Get right out. The Duke fans are so funny. If you were born in North Carolina and you were born in that area and you have family that went to Duke and you grew up going to games your entire life and that's just ingrained into your culture, awesome, dude. If you live anywhere else in America, get out of here. You're a loser if you root for Duke. I am heartbroken for the players that were on that team that gave the entire season, bro. That gave all they had to that game and to that team to come up short at the very moment like that. Brother, my heart goes out to you. To all the Duke fans out there in America, LMAO. Teams trailing by 15 to a 1 seed at halftime in the NCAA tournament. So that's the stat we're doing right now. So you're down 15 to a 1 seed at halftime. Of all of the instances that has happened since 1979 when we started doing this thing, teams that are down 15 at halftime to a number 1 seed were 0 and 134 before yesterday. They are now 1 and 134. It's the last shot of the regional tournament. And it's a shot to send a team to the Final Four. And in a moment, it's a moment that you will always remember exactly where you were and what you were doing for that shot, for that moment. Straight up, between you and me, the NCAA tournament has kind of sucked. It hasn't been that great. We had a really good Iowa and Florida game. Santa Clara to Kentucky was a banger. St. Louis's first game out with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was sick, bro. Very, very, very cool. Tennessee made a run against Iowa State that nobody cared about. Darius Acuff was going off in a losing effort. It wasn't like, we weren't looking at this tournament as like, dude, oh, bro, this tournament rules. Gonzaga went down early. Yeah. There was not a moment this tournament had until last night, until the last shot of the regionals before the Final Fours. We waited the whole tournament, and we watched through the entire thing to get to that moment, and we got to it, brother. It was not a great tournament so far, but brother, what an end to the regionals. Dan Hurley is now, this is his 3rd season going to the Final Four in the last 4 seasons. So 3 of the last 4 seasons, Dan Hurley finds himself in the Final Four. Man, I'm so glad the Lakers didn't hire Dan Hurley. Dude, I'm so excited we have JJ Redick instead of Dan Hurley. And it's not even like I'm sitting here like JJ Redick is the best coach in the NBA. I've been obsessed with some of the plays that he's calling out of timeouts. Oh, dude, some of the plays that he's drawing up out of timeouts are the best in the league. He has been unbelievable. He's been so good. I like where the rotations are at. I like the way that he handles the team and the psyche and the emotion. I love where JJ Redick's at right now as the Lakers head coach. This is more of an indictment on Dan Hurley. Brother, that guy's a freak. I'm so glad he's not a Lakers player or a Lakers coach. Could you imagine him yelling and screaming at LeBron James, telling him what to do? It just doesn't work. Brother, you're bald. Brother, you're coming from college and you're bald. You didn't play in this league. Maybe you did. I don't know. The Lakers just dodged a bullet by not grabbing Dan Hurley because that was the whole thing. They're offering him apparently a 10-year deal. Sometimes you fail upwards. Sometimes you don't even know what you're doing. I bet the Lakers front office was so bad when he went back to UConn. I know a lot of fans were too when Dan Hurley was like, nah, I'm going to go back to UConn. We're like, how dare you use us as leverage? You piece of crap. You butt wipe. How dare? Dan Hurley using the Lakers as leverage. Ha! Scoff. I scoff at you. And now today I'm just so excited that he's not our head coach. Dude, X's and O's, brother, that guy is awesome. Give that man his flowers. He is awesome. He will never, ever be anything in the NBA because he's just too much of a freak. Only college kids will listen to that man. You try to scream and yell at a $30 million a year professional athlete. That's a low-end NBA player, by the way. Telling him to get back on defense. It just wouldn't work. Dan Hurley, though. 3 of the past 4 years going to the Final Four. I mean, we're growing up and seeing right now, post Coach K, post Coach Roy, post Jim Boeheim. Post these insane college coaches. Dan Hurley is now up there, and the youth right now are probably going to remember Dan Hurley as maybe the greatest coach in the NCAA history if he finishes and continues the way that he's going right now. On the other end is Jon Scheyer. Jon Scheyer, man, the head coach at Duke. Kansas City gave up a run to the Twins. It's now 1-2-4. Jon Scheyer's 1-24 and 27. So, in the 4 seasons that Jon Scheyer has been at Duke, taking over for Coach K, Jon Scheyer's 1-24 and 27. He's gone to 3 straight Elite 8 appearances. He has 1 Final Four appearance, back-to-back 30-plus win seasons, and 3 ACC tournament titles in his 4 years at Duke after taking over for Coach K. The man has done nothing but win at Duke, and he's looked good doing it. The teams have been great. This was a team that last year had Cooper Flagg and Con Knippel, and now both those guys are balling out in the NBA. He doesn't have these super seniors sticking around. He doesn't have age. He has youth. He has vitality. He has recruiting down, bro. He has recruiting down. Jon Scheyer's been unbelievable at Duke, but all I can remember are the past 2 seasons, them choking away victory to end their season. 2 years in a row, they've blown double-digit leads. In 2 years in a row, 2 years in a row now, they've blown double-digit second-half leads to end their season. You put all the dominance in a box on one end. You put all of the wins and the awesome recruiting and the ACC titles and the 30-plus win seasons. You put all the good in a box. And then on the other end, your last 2 seasons ended by choking away double-digit leads in the second half. America's going to reach into the choke box first and foremost. I think Jon Scheyer's an awesome coach, dude. I think he is great. But ultimately, he is right now being remembered by these choke jobs and not by the success, which is inherently unfair by us. By us, the fans, the media, all the people talking about it, it's so unfair to be like, that guy stinks. He's a choker. What he is an incredible coach who's very, very, very young in his career. This is year 4. This is a job at Duke that you do not quit, right? He's not in any position to get fired to. We could be looking at Jon Scheyer as the next head coach at Duke for the next 20 years. And we're harping on him for the past 2 seasons when we have no idea what the next 20 years could be. But ultimately, I don't blame people. I was having a take earlier this month about how Jon Scheyer is what he's done at Duke, taking over for Coach K, doing one of the hardest things possible, taking over for the Hall of Famer. And having success, that is so not easy, and he's navigated it so well. But at the same time, these chokes are real at the end of the season. What's good, Oreo? 2K views right now, on track to be my best one yet. Let's go, XD. Shout out to you guys. If you don't watch, guys, if you don't follow TBWZ Clips on TikTok, that is XD's clip account, and he is booming right now with a boomer video. So go check him out. Not to be outshined by Duke and by UConn, we had Michigan, Illinois, and Arizona all looking truly, truly dominant on their way to the Final Four. Michigan won by 33 points yesterday in an Elite 8 game. That is the most a team has won in an Elite 8 game. Most team has won by in an Elite 8 game since 1989. Ooh, boy. Yeah, Michigan dominated Tennessee. I wish Iowa State would just have won the game. For reasons that are personal. But Tennessee looked horrible in that game. And I think it was less Tennessee and just more like, bro, this Michigan team is unbelievable. They're averaging 95.3 points per game in the tournament, which is just actually like so absurd. 95.3 points per game in the NCAA tournament. I know Arizona's good, right? And Michigan and Arizona play on Saturday night, 5:50 p.m. So that means it'll be probably 6:05 p.m. I know Arizona's really good. Cole Pete was very, very impressive. Cole Pete was a guy that I was not very impressed with throughout the entire tournament. And now I'm sitting here after this game against that they just played against Purdue. Cole Pete's a darn good basketball player. Darn good basketball player. He looked great against Arkansas. He looked great in the Elite Eight. He's very, very good. But Michigan just feels inevitable at this point. Michigan is so good at basketball, dude. They're so tall. They're so big. They're so fast. They have 6 dudes on the floor that can put up 20 plus. They're hard to score on, and their offense is averaging 95.3 points per game in the NCAA tournament. OMG. It's crazy, dude. Mullins rose to number 7 on my mock. Oreo, smart, dude. Braylon Mullins, white boy of the dance, certified. Double play just got turned on Bobby Witt. End of the 5th inning. It's now 1-2 Kansas City. I got completely mistaken by the final score. I think I saw the game from last night, so it's still 1-2 in Kansas City. The one thing that I love about this tournament in particular, I feel like we have our best 4 teams left. I feel like the 4 teams that we have are the best left. You can make a case for, obviously, Duke. You can make a case even for Michigan State and St. John's. I think both of those teams were very, very good and could have potentially gone to the Final Four. But it feels like right now we do have our best 4 teams left in the dance. Those teams had limits. These teams right now do not have limits. We're going to be taking phone calls at around 3 p.m. or 3:05 p.m. So in about 30 minutes, we'll be taking phone calls. Unless you chat in and tell me what you want to talk about, and if it lines up with what I'm talking about, I can give you 3 minutes. To whoever's calling in, but I love you, I think. I'm very excited for the Final Four. We've got 4 teams left in it. We're going to have Illinois versus UConn and then Michigan versus Arizona. The Michigan-Arizona game is much-watched television. You have to be there for it. Bryce James, MVP of the tournament, only reason Arizona has made it this far is because of the Bryce James aura. Because the LeBron James aura is rubbing off on my guy. And that is important. That is important. Thank you, XD, for acknowledging that. It's funny, Bronny went to USC to be like, I want to go to USC. I want to stay in Southern California. I want to be like by my family or whatever, which was cool. That was a good move. USC stinks at basketball. Bronny also didn't play at USC. And then somehow got drafted, and is now apparently looking for a $45 million extension. I swear, and I don't even cuss, but I swear, if the Lakers sign Bronny James to an extension, and we trade away LeBron and just have Bronny, I am going to do something so horrible and diabolical, like so bad. I'm going to replace people's breath mints with like, do you know when you go to the pool? Or you have a pool, like the chlorine discs that are in that weird thing that's floating. I'm gonna poison people. I'm gonna poison somebody. I would probably try to shoot high and like poison a county, like a whole county of people. I'd probably go to Central California though, like Monrovia County or Visalia. We can get Visalia out of here. Have you ever been to Stockton, brother? It's not a thing we need. The middle of California is hell on earth. It's a desert, first of all. It's so hot. The Central Valley, obviously, when you get into the Sierra Nevadas, it's gorgeous. But I'm talking, you know what part of California I'm talking about. The middle of California stinks. Lancaster, get out of here. Palmdale, I might move there. It's unimportant. It doesn't matter. I don't even know why I was talking about it. But yeah, shout out to Monrovia. The Power Hour continues on as we talk a little bit about baseball. The Angels are 2-2 to start the season. On Mondays, I'm going to be doing MLB Clubhouse, and I'm going to show you what that is in just a moment. But also on Power Hours, I am going to be covering my local teams, which is the Angels, the Chargers, and the Lakers. So I will be covering all of my local teams in the Power Hours. So Angels, 2-2, start the season. Started the season with 2 wins. Mike Trout looks absolutely fire. came back to earth on the end of the weekend with a terrible showing from Urania out of the bullpen after Reed Detmers could not finish the 5th inning in Game 3. And then Coach Nowick's getting absolutely shelled in Game 4 for the Angels. So, Angels seem to be back to mid-season form as the Spanish Viking. My name is Jose Carlos Paleo, and I am calling about March Madness in life. Jose, I'm going to be doing the Power Hour, and then at 3, you could call in, brother, to have some hijinks. But if you want to do hijinks, bro, which our calls are very, very fun, the best would be the last hour of the show. So 5 to 6 p.m. in that range would be the absolute best for hijinks, personally. MLB storylines from week 1 of the MLB. The Brewers, the Blue Jays, the Yankees, and the Dodgers have all started the season 3-0, unsurprisingly. But OMG, wait, so did the Miami Marlins. Oh, the Marlins are also 3-0. The other teams, obviously Blue Jays, Brewers, Yankees, Dodgers, those were like the 4 teams left at the end of the season. So the teams that were in the postseason last year are obviously off to a great start. And along with the Marlins, who swept, the Rockies, who truly look to be an abysmal team. Getting swept by the Marlins are a decent ball club. They're not the worst. They're going to be between a 20 and a 10 range in wins, run production, all of that crap. They have a good staff. Yuri Perez, maybe great. Sandy Alcantara, can you get it back? The Rockies getting swept by the Marlins is so wholly embarrassing. Them, the Giants, the Diamondbacks, the Athletics, and the White Sox all continue to search for their first win of the season as those teams remain completely defeated. Mike Trout, Brandon Donovan, Shea Langoliers, Christian Yelich, Brandon Lowe, shout out to you. You are Vini's 5 stars of week 1 in the MLB. They've been off to a very hot start. But there are some newcomers coming along the way that I want you to keep your eye on these guys for this season. They're off to a hot start, and I think it could very, very, very well be sustained. Sal Stewart, first baseman for Cincinnati. He's just in a good spot in the lineup. If Ellie De La Cruz, Eugenio Suarez, Matt McClain, and Sal Frelick are all above him, and those guys are going to get on base. Eugenio not as much, but he's going to walk a lot, and he's going to hit a lot of home runs. Sal Stewart, first baseman for Cincinnati, is going to have some great opportunities to bat, and he's already off to a great start. And Chase DeLautner, right fielder for Cleveland. Chase DeLautner, this guy is off to a tear. He has been awesome to start the year. Stewart, of course, from Cincinnati, he's 7 for 10 with 3 walks and no strikeouts. 4 of his 7 base hits have gone for extra bases. He has 4 doubles on the year. So 3 walks, no Ks so far. Chase DeLautner is a little bit different. He has 4 home runs already on his 17 at-bats for Cleveland. He is more of a home run, strikeout kind of guy, but boy, oh boy, is he hitting the ball well. Chico, yeah. Trustin Skeens, maybe. Oh, wow. Jose is potentially switching schools. This would be very, very big news for us. Connor Griffin gonna get called up and cook. Yeah, Connor Griffin is a great baseball player. We're excited to see him for the Pirates. Okay, we're gonna do the clubhouse leaders right now. The TBWZ MLB clubhouse leaders. Can I get a what? So I'm going to be covering a few categories. The categories for pitchers are strikeouts, ERA, opponent's batting average, and saves. Right now, it's too early for ERA, opponent average, and saves because we only played like 4 games. But the strikeout leaders right now, Dylan Cease of Toronto with 12 Ks in his first outing. Kevin Gossman, also of Toronto, with 11 Ks in his first outing. Toronto's staff looks fantastic as Toronto is 3-0 to start the year. And Jacob Mizorowski, Milwaukee, he has 11 Ks as well. Home run leaders, Chase DeLautner from Cleveland with 4 home runs. Then we have Langoliers, Brandon Lowe, Murakami. This Murakami is quite the sight to see. We have a Japanese star brewing in Chicago. Not on the Cubs, on the White Sox. His name is Murakami, and he is absolutely balling, along with Luke Raley from Seattle. All of those guys have 3 home runs. Those are our home run leaders right now in the season. Stolen bases, there's a pinch runner, third baseman type from Milwaukee that already has 3 stolen bases, David Hamilton. 10 guys on this list have 2. The strikeout leaders, I also want to know who's striking out the most. Jesus Manzardo and Cal Raleigh both have 10, and Josh Lowe of the Angels has 9. That is the MLB Clubhouse. Oh. That was fun. Of course, the NBA is kicking off, and the NBA season, brother, we have about 2 weeks left of basketball in the NBA before the postseason starts. And as you guys know on this show, we are going to be doing live post-game shows for every single NBA postseason night. We're going to try this thing out where I'm going to be going live from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific time, 10-ish, maybe 10:30, 11 if the calls are cooking. And I'm going to open up the phone lines starting at 9 right away. And we're going to go over storylines from the day, who won, who lost, biggest winners, biggest losers, series shakeout, series previews, tomorrow's games, all of that stuff after the games on that respective day. So 9 p.m. on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok. 9 p.m. Pacific, I'll be going live every single night, starting when the playoffs start. And I'm going to start it with the play-in tournament, which I believe begins a week from Wednesday. Derrick Rose begging that Wemby don't win. Absolutely. Wemby number one in MVP? Nah, not me. I have my MVPs. So later today, I have MVPs and I have my top 10 in the NBA. We'll get to those in a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to be doing my top 5 MVPs, and I'm going to be doing my top 10 NBA teams as the show goes on. But since we have Tony Casillas joining us at the quarter till mark, and we have about 7 minutes until then, I figured it might be good to check on the Association of Football with some breaking news. The NFL owners meetings were this week, and we get the epic NFL owners picture. I don't know if we have it just yet, but it is a tradition unlike any other. Big Cat of Barstool Sports always does a blog around the owner's picture, but the owner's picture, it is one of the best things that we have. We do not have the official one yet, but we do have this from Mike Garofalo. Isn't it beautiful? It's always so beautiful just to see all of the coaches. They do this every year, all 32 coaches. It's good to see Mike McCarthy back in this picture getting frame-mogged by Dave Canellis. Hardcore mode. Liam Cohen looks like an absolute goofball. Aaron Glenn will not be in this picture next year. D'Amico Ryan's looking strong, but the nipples are poking. Mike Vrabel forgot socks. Sean Payton forgot pants. Mike McDonald wearing a t-shirt. Who is this? Who is this? Dan Campbell wore the craziest fit of all time. The collar's looking so clean. Is this a short sleeve collared Henley? Ralph Lauren? Everyone wore blue. Listen, NFL coaches, I'm not sitting here like, dude, you have to look hot. I prefer my coach to look hot, but whatever. That's not up to me all the time. Hey, at least be a little bit original like Andy Reid. Look at this shirt Andy Reid is wearing. And he's got the Chiefs logo on it too. Unbelievable stuff. Matt LaFleur looks like he doesn't want to go to Melbourne so bad for his stupid game. Joe Brady also forgot socks, wearing the Louis Vuitton sneakers, rocking the rollie on his wrist. Thought this was going to be a lot more fun than it actually is. Realized, OMG, there's so much pressure on me at this moment right now. Stefanski, rockin' blue, should have been wearing red. New Falcon. Robert Salah with the hoodie. I wouldn't want Robert Salah wearing anything other than a hoodie. This is what this man wears. This guy's ready for football. Hey, the Titans right now, in my book, 7-win season. He's also looking jacked, but Dan Quinn will not be frame-mogged by another bald, jacked man. Dan Quinn looking good in his black-on-black outfit. Is he wearing shorts? No, he's wearing pants. Good man, good man. Who else on here is looking funny? John Harbaugh did not sit next to his brother for whatever reason, but he did sport a Band-Aid on his arm. Maybe it's a tattoo. If it was a tattoo, it'd probably be a Justin Herbert. It'd probably just be Herbert. Who the heck is this fool? He's wearing the penny loafers with the white ankle socks. This is an absolutely horrible fit. I'm still shocked Mike Vrabel didn't wear socks. I'm embarrassed. I'm shocked on so many different levels that Mike Vrabel did not wear socks. And Liam Cohen cannot stop looking like such a goofball in this picture. Matt LaFleur looks like a dork. This guy next to him looks like the biggest twink in the world. Who is this twink? Is this the guy This is the dude for that got hired from the Rams. This is LaFleur. Wait, this is LaFleur and LaFleur. Are these the LaFleur brothers? Jose, it'd be really nice if you wait till 5 for the hijinks. But, yes, after my first break, phone calls will be open. Phone calls will be open after the first break. I mean, and then Nick Sirianni, just to finish it off. Somehow Nick Sirianni has the biggest arms in this picture, the strangest top belly in the world going on. His whole gut is up top. He's got he's kind of snatched. I'm not going to lie. This is a horrible pattern shirt. Nick Sirianni should never be wearing patterns at all. Dude, his legs are so strong. Dude, if you asked Nick Sirianni to help you move, he'd do everything for you. Except tape the boxes. There's a woman to do that. Kyle Shanahan, Kevin Stefanski, Joe Brady, LaFleur, this doofus, Zach Taylor. These guys are all dressed well. These guys are all dressed fine. Sean Payton looks like he's just getting back from the beach, bro. Dude, don't wear light blue shoes. You're a child. Unless you're wearing the Heather Royal Jordan 1 high OGs. Oh my gosh, those are my favorite shoe of all time. Oh wait, is this John Harbaugh? Wait, this is John Harbaugh. Dude, he looks horrible. No offense, Harbs, but he's getting blocked by a C-stand. John Harbaugh getting blocked by a C-stand, wearing black loafers with white ankle socks. Hey, this outfit sucks. These guys are all such dorks. They're all so white, but all very, very tan. You can tell they all went on vacation. If I had to pick someone to win the Super Bowl based off just this photo alone, let's see. Dude, I mean, give me Dave Canellis any single day of the week. That guy is hot. Mike McCarthy trying so hard to not be in this photo. He's like an inch further away than everybody. The owner meetings have happened. We have news on A.J. Brown. We have some George Pickens stuff. Aaron Rodgers, of course. But the biggest story out of the NFL is the NFL and the National Football League Referees Association are in contract negotiations, and the negotiations are going very, very, very poorly. Essentially, what we have going on right now is a standstill between the two, between the NFL and the, oh my gosh, holy crap, between the NFL and the NFLRA, which I didn't know it was called that, but here we are. There's discrepancies right now between the referees thinking that they should be getting more money and what they really, really, really want to be paid for and compensated for is this idea that they do not get paid during the offseason. So they're only getting money based off working during the season. And they essentially, from what I've gathered, want to be at a position right now where they can make money during the offseason. So they're not just simply relying on that. Because right now, a lot of these guys work second jobs and they work in other locations. And that is not something that this organization, the referees want. What they want more than anything is they want to be paid fairly, and they want to be paid year-round for their services as a referee. Completely understandable. The only part that is crazy right now, and the part that we should slightly be concerned about, Kevin Seifert and Kalen Collar from the NFL for ESPN have been reporting that the negotiations are going horribly. So bad, in fact, a decision is due at the end of May, essentially. But the negotiations are going so back between the NFL and the referees that they have begun hiring replacement referees already to train these guys up. Some of you might be a little bit too young for this. the last time we had replacement referees, we had what was called the Fail Mary. It was between the Packers and the Seahawks. Essentially, at the end of the game, Russell Wilson throws a Hail Mary into the end of the end zone. It's caught kind of by both guys. It was kind of the craziest play ever. And one ref said touchdown, and the other ref said incomplete. And it was what was known then as the Fail Mary and now known as one of the biggest blights in NFL referee history. Those were replacement refs. One of the reasons those refs were so bad, and yeah, we're going to do ref talk today. One of the reasons that those refs were so bad is they did not have a ton of time to train. They were not training for the NFL, for refereeing in the NFL, as long as they should have been. The NFL is preemptively hiring replacement refs right now because, one, they think that the negotiations are not going to be ending anytime soon. Two, last time they did this, it was so bad that they were like, hey, let's do this a lot earlier now. Let's do this a lot earlier so we don't have to worry about hiring guys way late in the season and trying to train them up. Do I think that the replacement refs are going to be good? Absolutely not. But do I think that the referees already that we have are good? I do. I know you're expecting me to zig there. I zagged, baby. I'm Vini. Shedeur changes number to 2. Well, you need to let me know. That's Shedeur Sanders has changed his number to 2. Was he 12 before? Was he not? Was he not 2? XD, was he not 2? XD1, your username is looking awesome. Spanish Viking Diego is from Colombia. I'm Spanish Colombian. Okay. Yes. Carlos Jose. You have an interesting life. My bracket is done. Andres, I know, Andres. Iowa State lost. He was 12. I'm 12. I wish I was 12. Speaking of 12, you're going to notice this season, if we do have these replacement refs, and we do have them for regular season games in the NFL, you're going to notice just how good the actual referees are if we do have these replacement guys. Because replacement guys have never, ever been good. I don't think we're going to have a situation where we're like, hey, these guys absolutely rock. There's nothing wrong with them at all. They're completely fine. They do their thing, we do our thing, we call it a day. Sorry. AJ Brown. So Howie Roseman, like I said, the owners' meetings are going on. So all the coaches, all the GMs, all the owners are together right now. I think in Florida is where they do it. In Destin, maybe. And they all get together and they talk shop and they gossip and they bring up new rules. Like the Browns were trying to propose that you could trade first-round picks 5 years in advance. Just basically trying their absolute hardest to be a tanking team, to be a poor franchise. Like, hey, we're not good enough to do this thing regular. We need 3 extra years. As the women in Kansas City right now who are singing the national anthem are wearing t-shirts that say choose love. Imagine not choosing love. Imagine being like, no, I choose hate. I would never. Howie Roseman was quoted. He basically did this press conference and said, hey, guys, chill the crap out about A.J. Brown. Howie Roseman said, I understand that there is interest in the A.J. Brown story. I unfortunately don't have a home under a rock. Oh, what a funny joke, Howie Roseman. Cut the crap and tell me about the play. Cut the crap and talk to me about the Eagles. He said, but my answer to any question about A.J. is that A.J. Brown is a member of the Eagles. From my perspective, everything you ask me about the situation, I'm going to go right back to that answer. A.J. Brown is a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. This sounds like a guy that wants to trade A.J. Brown so freaking bad. If you're not trading a player, if I'm a GM of a team, let's do this a thought experiment together. Close your eyes. You're the GM of the Eagles, okay? You really do not want to trade A.J. Brown. A reporter now asks you, hey, are you going to trade A.J. Brown? Your answer is no. That's so dumb. Of course not. He's the best receiver on our team. We're keeping A.J. Brown. End of discussion. That's my answer. Howie Roseman said, I'm not going to talk about it. He said, I'm not going to say a word about it. He said, he's on our team. A.J. Brown is an Eagle. Obviously, this guy wants to trade A.J. Brown. I was in the camp this entire time that they're not going to do it. After hearing this from Howie Roseman, Yeah, he's gone. He is absolutely gone, dude. Any normal human answers that question and says, no. Just like Oreo. Thank you, Oreo, for participating in our thought experiment. You are the winner. You've won, you've won 2 farts. The dead cap hit on the Eagles if A.J. Brown gets traded before June 1st is $40 million. So we can just all hold on tight for June 2nd. There will be a moment in the summer where A.J. Brown does get moved by the Eagles. 100% A.J. Brown is getting traded by the Eagles. There's no way Howie Roseman is coming to the media and saying, hey, don't ask me about A.J. Brown. Hey, stop. It's annoying. I don't live under a rock. If you ask me about him, I'm just going to say he's on our team. It's like the most childish thing in the world. I understand not wanting to talk to media if it's like a personal issue. If someone's like, hey, why did you put on 30 pounds this offseason? I'm like, bro, sorry I was depressed. My dog died and I ate my feelings. Like that, I understand not wanting to answer that question. But when someone's like, hey, there's a player on your team that people have said might get traded. Are you going to trade him? And then just go, I'm not going to answer that. I'm going to answer it like this. He's on our team. Shut up, idiot. Howie Roseman, I'm done with you. No, never mind. No. Howie Roseman, you're welcome on the show whenever you want. Okay? Hey, yo. To continue on with the NFC East, the Cowboys, and I cannot stress this enough. I hate this team. I don't want to talk about this team at all, but we got to talk about the Cowboys because we're contractually obligated. It's also slightly interesting. The Cowboys right now, Brian Schottenheimer said that he is unsure if George Pickens is going to be with the team this offseason for voluntary workouts. Oh, really? Huh, what? You're unsure if George Pickens is going to show up to an involuntary workout? Huh, really? You're unsure about George Pickens' whereabouts and if he's going to show up to a workouts? Huh, seriously? I'm not. I never was. I was never confused by this George Pickens situation. You were like, hey, we don't know if he's going to show up or not. And I'm saying this, he's not. I knew that. I knew that the whole time. Why the Cowboys didn't just ask me, I don't know. What Brian Schottenheimer did say was they want George here long term. He said, we want George Pickens here long term. CXD. Kua. Yeah, Kua XD. Kua. Where did this guy go? Todd Archer. Here we go. Todd Archer was reporting on this story for the Cowboys. Where is it? He said, hey, look, GP loves it here. George Pickens. We love George Pickens. As Isaac Collins hits his first home run of the season for Kansas City, it is now going to be a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th for Kansas City Royals. We have plans for George Pickens to be here for a long time, so we'll let the business side of this thing play out and see where it goes. Liar, stupid idiot loser. Liar, stupid idiot loser. How can you tell me right now that you believe that George Pickens is going to be there long term and you want him on your team long term if you didn't sign him to a long term deal? Solution number 1. Okay. Let's use the scientific, what's it called? Wow. I mean, the dumbest thing I've ever said in my life. Like, so confidently, let's use the scientific method, forgot what it was called. Classic. Hey, what's up? I'm Vini. I'm just going to go out on a limb here. Hey, let's say this. We're playing GM today. We're playing house, you and I. I call being the GM. You want to sign a guy long term. Do you franchise tag him or do you sign him long term? Choose your answer in the comments below. I understand what Brian Schottenheimer might want. I understand that Schottenheimer might want. Am I that bad? I understand that Brian Schottenheimer might want George Pickens long term. Hey, it doesn't matter what he has to say though. It matters what Jerry wants and what Jerry wants to spend money on and who Jerry wants around. Absolutely, Oreo. Well, Pickens is going to be on this thing. Franchise first to save money and then pay him. Yeah. It's what it's going to be. The Cowboys' priority is not signing George Pickens to a long-term deal. The coach wants that guy around for the long term because he's like, yeah, I want the best X and the best O that I have out there. The Cowboys were not interested in signing George Pickens long term this season. I don't know what makes you think they're going to be interested in signing him long term next year. I understand you're like, I want that guy around. I want him on my team. I want that guy, blah, blah, blah. I want him to show up to camp. That dude wants one thing and one thing only. He wants a 4 or 5 year deal. He wants security. He wants guaranteed money. He wants generational wealth. He wants to not have to worry. He wants security and peace of mind. Bro, don't we all? Don't we all? One of the reasons people who are financially unstable have it so rough is the lack of security. They don't know if they're going to be able to buy that thing or if their car breaks down, what they're going to do, or if their rent goes up, it's going to cause a huge spiral of negative events. George Pickens just wants security, and the Cowboys are not going to give it to him. He wants money. He could go play with Scary Terry and JD5. If he wants money, I mean, yeah. He wants security. He wants long-term deals. He signed with Dallas on a 1-year prove-it deal, and boy, did he prove it. Oh, sorry, fellas. Looks like Tony Casillas will not be joining us today. I wish I knew that before I started the show. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers, our final NFL topic today as we close out the Power Hour. We have 2 minutes remaining. Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers are expecting the Aaron Rodgers decision to come before the NFL draft. All signs point to him being the number 1 priority for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's been very vocal. They said, we want Aaron. We want him to be our quarterback next year. We want him to play. We don't want him here just to train up some dude. They want him to be their quarterback. And that is 100% a Mike McCarthy thing. I don't think the city of Pittsburgh should be really trying to go out and win games. This football team should be trying to maybe get a good first-round pick next year. Maybe a top 10 pick sounds nice. Something Pittsburgh hasn't had in 8 years, 9 years. Mike McCarthy wants Aaron Rodgers. He played well last year, too. I want to just give him his flowers real quick. He played well. He was able to spin it. Deep ball accuracy was a slight issue, and it was a slight issue just because of how good I've seen him in his career. He was throwing the football really, really well. I just think, in general, this is the wrong move for a team that should be prioritizing high draft picks for next season. I don't think you should tank. I'm not sitting here like, you should only win 3 games. You need to tank. You need to have the worst team ever. Because ultimately, they have a very expensive defense. A lot of those guys are returning. They still have studs over there. They have pieces offensively. They're not bad enough to just full-blown tank. But they're not good enough to compete. And Aaron Rodgers doesn't take them over the edge. This team didn't do anything in the offseason where I'm sitting here like, bro, hey, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're 1 Aaron Rodgers away from being a Super Bowl contender. No, dude. They're far, far, far from that. They need pieces. They need a quarterback that is a long-term thing. They need a young, youthful arm, and the best place to do that is in the NFL draft. But if they have Aaron Rodgers, I don't think they'll be picking very low. And in this draft, in 2027, the one place you want to be picking is low. OMG, fellas, thank you for watching the Power Hour. We will see you tomorrow. That is the Power Hour on TBWZ. It is 3 p.m. We have 3 hours left in the show. We're going to be keeping this show rolling right now in about 5 minutes. We're going to be going live on TikTok all over the world. Stay tuned for that. I will see you guys in 5 minutes. I yelled so loud at whoever was doing the prank calls, and I don't regret it one bit. It was maybe the funniest thing I've ever done, and I was recording it for the fantasy football group. And so they saw that video, and that video does exist. I was recording it, so I can put it out there. But I was yelling so loud. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, at the top of my L's. My lunch was full. My lunch was full of breath. But it was so much chaos because I had all the prank calls coming in, so I don't know who did that. I'm furious. At the same time, the Twitch people don't realize this, but I had all of these random YouTube, and maybe if Jen was probably still there, so she might have seen all the messages on YouTube. there were all these random dudes messaging on YouTube, like kind of an aggressive amount. And I was so confused because I've never really had a bunch of people popping off in the YouTube before. So I was just confused. It's like, why are there people in the YouTube popping off? Like, what's going on? What is happening there? And so I don't know what that was, but it felt like there were bots. It felt like I had bots in the YouTube chat. And then I had prank calls happening. So combine that with the general frustration of having the two guys just talking over each other in an argument over the phone. It was just a lot to handle. It was a lot to handle, and I blew up, and I exploded. And I think it might have been the funniest thing I've ever done. I think the lesson here is I need to explode more. I need to blow up. I need to be so frustrated by what's happening around me that I scream and yell at the top of my lungs. I need to freak out. Freak out! Shams Charania, San Antonio Spurs star De'Aaron Fox plans to make his season day. Oh, it went away. I need to freak out. And so what am I going to do today to freak out? First of all, I'm going to edit the stream. I'm going to go into just chatting. Okay. So we've moved to just chatting. Is that going to do anything for us today? I don't know. That's not for me to decide. But the end of that stream was so chaotic and it was such a mess. And today, even more chaos is happening in the fantasy football group. It's unbelievable how terrible these people are. I'm surrounded on all fronts by like actually bad people. So, I mean, there's a few good ones, but there's not even, okay, most of the league is good. There's one person in there that is trying to make the league crumble from within. One of them is like absolutely loves. I don't want to be. One of them is very racist. Incredibly racist. And the guys who are nice to me don't say it in the chat. The guys who are mean to me are very vocal about it. But the guys who are nice to me don't defend me in the chat. They just let it happen. And they text me on the side like, hey, you're awesome. I need to do something about it. I need to figure out a way. I might be leaving the fantasy football group is all I'm saying. At this point in my life, I have too much positivity around me in certain categories. There's literally like two categories in my life that are holding me back and remaining unpositive forces in my life. And one of them is this fantasy football group that I'm a part of. It causes me on a day where I want to talk about mental health, it causes me so much frustration and anger. How did that happen? I didn't press anything. What was that? Oh, L? Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, I just realized I can create keyboard binds. Wow. Okay, Chank Slam is C. Bro! Oh my gosh. I just realized I could take the soundboard and put it onto my keyboard. This made life so much easier. This made life so much easier. Okay, so PV, there's another one that just happened. This is M for March Madness. This is D for Daddy Chill. And then B for bruh. Okay. So now, wait, even if I'm typing, though, in YouTube. Boom! We can come up with new names. For the Power Hour, we can do the Coward Hour. We do Howard's Hour. We do John David Booty Hour. We can do a lot of different things. As we get ready for the rest of the show, I forgot to give myself the graphic that I need for TikTok Live. On TikTok Live, I do have my predictions for the Final Four, which you guys could probably guess by now if you were listening to the Flower Hour, the Towered Howard, the Cowards Towers, the Power Wowers. Vowners Wowners? Zowners Vowners. Something with ZV would be funny if we could figure that out. Too much powers. Tony Brothers is also an option. Did I end up leaving? I'm right here. I don't know what that's referencing. I forgot to give myself the graphic, but on the graphic, I have, and I've gotten better at multitasking and clicking around and doing things, but brother, it's still really hard for me. It's still really difficult for me. Airdrop. I have my top 10 in the NBA, my top 10 teams, and I also have my top 5 MVP on there. So, they ended up leaving the fantasy football thingy. I don't know what you mean. Whoever's calling into the show right now, the phone lines are still closed until I go live on TikTok to talk ball. Fantasy football thingy. I don't know what happened, Oreo? What did I do? Fantasy baseball was awesome though, Oreo. I've been having a really, really good time with it. I didn't know if I would like fantasy baseball. I knew I wanted to do it just because it was a way to I don't even know what the clip was. Are you talking about the fantasy football league I want to do for TBWZ? The like multi divisional type thing? Fantasy baseball has been really, really fun. One of the reasons it's been fun is like I did it originally just to, OMG, no way. Dude, AE Corona reached a 7-stream streak. What a boss. What a beast. What an absolute animal. What a freak. Andres, you are the absolute man. Thank you so much, bro. On my Instagram or my TikTok, I do have my top 10 in the NBA. And then, like I said you wanted to leave the fantasy football league that you were in for a long time. Oh, so that's the name of that, and I'm glad I'm not on TikTok yet. That is the Autistic Blaze Boys Fantasy Football League, the ABB. It's been standing now. We're going into season 12, I believe, or season 11 will be this new season. I was the commissioner for 10 years. Those guys are a big old bunch of jerks. Those guys are a bunch of crap face, stupid idiot heads. And my goal is to eliminate them. But they always gang up on me, and they're super mean to me. And so I get butthurt and sad, and I freak out and cry. And then I go on my show and say things like, I'm going to quit. But on TikTok right now, I do have my top 10 in the NBA, and then I do have my top 5 in MVP voting in the NBA, as well as my predictions for the Final Four. So for my predictions for the Final Four, if you guys just want to go over that real quick, I do have Illinois beating UConn. UConn's run has been awesome. It's been so great. It's been cool to see. I do have this weird thing with me where I'm like, bro, if you have that big of like an emotional release, it's kind of hard to get ready for that next game. I know they have like a whole week to prepare, but maybe that's stupid of me, but here I am. Here I am once again. Illinois has looked dominant the entire tournament. This UConn team was down 19 to Duke. Illinois has looked like the best team in the tournament the entire time they've been out there. They're very, very big and physical. They've got some of the dopest Vitches in the world out there, dude. They've got an Isavich, a Stojakovic. They got Vitches, bro. They got Vitches all over the place. I was originally a Vitch. My last name was originally Vujanovic. And then at Ellis Island, they chopped off the Vitch. Give me my Vitch. They got a lot of cool of them. And then they have Keaton Wagler out there, who's a legit NBA talent and a walking bucket at this point in the tournament. That kid, Keaton Wagler, like, I was not very high on going into the tournament, and I've only gotten more and more and more high on him as the thing has gone on. Swaggy, what up, dog? Swaggy's over on the Purple app right now. Did I never start the video? Guys, you got to let me know if I never started the movie. We have a movie of the day right now on the Purple app and on YouTube.com. Listen, UConn is a team that's been there before. They were here last year. They for sure have a coaching advantage in this game. The 5 guys on the floor are what matter most, though, for me in college basketball. And those 5 guys for Illinois are going to be very, very, very tough to overcome. The other game is Michigan and Arizona. Michigan is averaging 95 points per game in the NCAA tournament. There was a time where we never even saw college basketball teams coming close to 100. And Michigan's out here, Oreo, Brother, Swaggy Oreo, I could not have said it better myself. You guys are my smell? I'm having a lot of trouble speaking today. And that's just kind of the way that today is going to go for me. They're averaging darn near 100 points per game. Listen, this Arizona team, they've been very, very good. And for all of you who have Arizona winning in your bracket, shout out to you. You guys are awesome. I love you so much. But defensively, I have not been the most impressed with that team. They've been good. Do not get me wrong. They've been good. On both sides of the floor, they've been great. Offensively, they've been awesome. But they have not been Michigan. These guys were on the ropes against Purdue. These guys could have easily lost to Purdue. Michigan has not played poorly for 5 minutes of this entire tournament. Arizona does not shoot threes well at all. In fact, to start the game, they were like 1 for 9 against Purdue when Purdue came out to an early lead in that game on Saturday. And Purdue was poised to win that, dude, because they were able to shoot threes and they were able to hit them, where Arizona is not a three-point shooting threat. Arizona gets their points in the paint. They get their points inside. If they get down in this game to a Michigan team that can shoot from three, they can't rely on twos in the paint to get their way back when that paint is going to be clogged up the entire game. If Arizona gets down, they don't have a three-point shooter to come out and save them, to save their soul. They're going to have to get the ball. They're going to have to get points back in the paint and do it with twos while Michigan is shooting threes. They do have Bryce James, though. So there is that. The Bryce James factor is for real. I didn't even think about that. Bro, oh my gosh. So I have Michigan over Arizona, then I have Illinois over UConn. And then ultimately, at the end of the day, it's going to be hard not to choose Michigan, but I'm a fool, so I'm going to pick Illinois. Can someone from TikTok that is here right now let me know if you can hear me? I don't know if the mic is working. Or if you want to tap the screen and like it, that just lets me know that someone exists. And if someone in Twitch wants to do that as well, that'd be nice, because we might be frozen. I don't know what's going on. But then my top 10 in the NBA is also on there, and I'm very, very excited about that list because of where I have the Lakers. And I'll get into my MVPs in the NBA there. Oreo, you're on TikTok? Oh, no, you're not. You can't do TikTok. I just heard about Jaden Ivey. We have breaking news right now from the NBA.
Breaking news.
Jaden Ivey hates gay people. Just kidding. It's more of a religious thing. He's going on a religious rant right now, but whatever. We're going to call right now. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jack from Boston.
Jack from Massachusetts. Dude, have you been on the show before, Jack?
Yeah, I have.
Nice, dog. So you already know I lived in Boston. Don't want to trouble you with that. You're calling into the show, dog. What did you want to talk about today? March Madness, NBA, MLB, NFL news? What's up?
I kind of wanted to start it with March Madness.
Dog,
I just
please.
think it's a little ridiculous that Illinois has two people who played in pro basketball before coming over to college.
I do too, bro. I think it's ridiculous. I think the fact that if you can make a pro team and you can even get drafted and you could still play. There was a kid for Baylor that got drafted and played G League games and then went back to college. I completely agree with you. It seems like Illinois is the one team, though, that took advantage of this horrible, horrible rule.
I know. I have UConn wing it all. I'm a UConn fan. I was the
Nice.
only one in my bracket group to choose them over Duke, so I'm doing pretty good right now, but it's going to be tough to beat Illinois. I think they have the coaching edge,
Totally.
but it's going to be tough.
Dude, absolutely. I'm curious if you could just paint the picture of yesterday when that shot goes in for UConn and you take down Duke. Where were you? Were you with your family? Can you just tell me how that went?
I was with my family. I was just watching, and we just started screaming. It was crazy. I mean,
because the whole game you're like,
the Boozer brother was that was an awful turnover. But.
Yeah, Caden Boozer with the turnover at the end, but the entire game you're watching it, you're down 19. You're like, what? This sucks. I'm turning this off, and you stuck with it.
I had faith because they went like 4 from 20 from 3. Like they would have blown out Duke if they made their threes. But like I wasn't down because I knew they were just couldn't hit threes.
They did not stop. They didn't give up. They embodied Dan Hurley. Dude, this is now, his third Final Four in the past 4 years? Is he the best coach in college basketball?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every time they make it past the Sweet 16, I think they've won it all, I'm pretty sure. Like in the past, like since 1999, I'm pretty sure.
I know we're doing a look ahead, and obviously Saturday is going to be a tough matchup with Illinois. Looking ahead at Arizona and Michigan, you believe that this team can beat either of those teams?
I mean, I think they can, but it's going to be tough. I have Michigan beating Arizona.
Yeah.
But it's like the amount of points that Michigan puts up per game is just like insane for a college basketball team. So,
dude, they're averaging 95.3 points per game in the tournament.
Yeah, like it's insane.
For college basketball, it's insane, dude.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I was just gonna ask, what were your takeaways from the first weekend of the MLB season?
Takeaways from the first weekend of the MLB season. I did them in the first hour of the show, which I do live on Twitch and YouTube. The Blue Jays, the Brewers, the Yankees, the Dodgers, those teams are all 3-0. And usually there's a decent amount of turnover from last season to this season. It seems like those 4 teams are going to be very, very, very good at baseball again this year. There's some big hitters right now. Mike Trout, Brandon Donovan, Shea Langolier has been awesome. Yelich has been great. Brandon Lowe's off to a hot start. There's some really, really exciting names that are young and fresh. Nolan McLean went out and shoved yesterday. It's just good to have it back. My big takeaway is this ABS thing. I'm kind of back and forth on it. It feels like we have a solution. Yeah. Well, Jack, it feels like we have solution to the problem of humans messing up, and yet we're only using it twice a game. Shouldn't we just use it the whole time or not at all? Am I way off there?
I mean, I agree, but like I feel like the MLB didn't start doing it like all the you're only allowed to do it twice just for like backlash. I feel like I didn't think they want to make too big of a splash. Like I think implementing it in general was like good enough for them, but I think down the line they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I think my big takeaway from the first week was we eventually are moving to a full-time robot umpire at some point, because it's pretty sick when they cut to it in the stadium. But yeah, Yankees, Dodgers, Brewers, Blue Jays, and Marlins. I mean, 3-0.
Yeah, back to your point. Like I was watching the Red Sox game. Alex Cora got ejected.
Yeah.
Because what's it called? The umpire made a bad call and they were out of challenges. Like,
yep.
So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there's some tweaks. The Red Sox. Robert Anthony has looked good. I'd like to see him have a full season. Is going to be really fun. I'm excited about Roman Anthony. There's a kid named J.J. Weatherholt in St. Louis right now. Cardinals. Dude, there's some really, really young, exciting prospects out there that I'm excited to. I think this is the one season where we see a changing of the tide, but Roman Anthony is absolutely one of those guys. And Crochet looked dominant in his first start.
I agree. The new guard's coming in for MLB.
The new guard is coming in, and we are going out. Jack, thank you for your call, bro. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, thanks.
Peace. God bless Jack. God bless Boston. If you are in the Twitch chat right now, say what up. There's been 5 of you the entire time, and nothing else has moved, so I think something is wrong. Angel Hernandez. Yeah, no more Angel Hernandez of the world. Yeah, some Yelich hype. What up, Neck? Neck calling me Zachary. It's top 9 in Kansas City. Brian Buxton flies out. The Minnesota Twins are down to 2 last outs. Jack Caglione is in here. I'm getting calls, but I can't see any of the chats. If you guys are chatting right now, I cannot see it for the life of me on TikTok. I'm live on Twitch and YouTube, though, still. Because it seems like we have people watching. But what is up? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, my name's Tyler from Arizona, dog. Phoenix.
Tyler from Arizona.
Yes, sir.
Bro, good to have you on the show today. We had an epic weekend of basketball and the start of MLB. The NFL owners meetings were today, so we got some NFL news. Tyler from Arizona, what did you want to talk about today, bro?
Dude, that U of A, man. U of A.
It looked pretty good.
I'm really excited for this weekend for Saturday's game.
Yeah.
I see you have Michigan. What's going on?
So Michigan's averaging 95 points in the tournament right now. Their offense has been unbelievable. They look unstoppable. Arizona has been playing great basketball, but they did struggle against Purdue. My biggest worry about this team, and Tyler, I'm sure you could attest to this, they don't shoot threes well. And if they get down by 10 points at some point in this game to Michigan, it's going to be tough for them to battle back only shooting twos.
Yeah, but we have like the bigger men than Michigan do. I mean, Michigan only has that one. Actually, no, I take that back. They have 2, 3 guys. I feel like all of our guys are. Dang.
You guys, dude, both of your rosters are incredible. Like your starting 5 is unbelievable, and your bench is super deep. Obviously, you have Bryce James over there whenever you want.
He's only a red shirt, man. He's like yeah.
Is it the biggest game in U of A program history?
Yep, biggest game since 2001.
Dude, Tyler, do you have plans for it? Are you and the boys linking up? What's up?
Me and the boys are going downtown.
Nice,
Saturday
downtown
night,
Phoenix.
Downtown Tucson. I'm actually in Phoenix right now. I'm from Tucson. I live in Tucson, but I'm in Phoenix right now because I'm going to Diamondbacks opening day tonight.
Oh, nice, dude. The Diamondbacks unfortunately are off to an 0-3 start, but I do like that team. I don't know why they've had such a rough time.
I mean, we're playing
the
to LA, man. What do you think?
Yeah.
My question to you, what do you think about the Dodgers with that whole lineup that they have?
I mean, you said it. Like, I think the Diamondbacks are a really good team. I think they're a potential playoff team, and they just got swept by the Dodgers because that's just how good the Dodgers are. They don't have a hole on their team. They have unbelievable pitching in the bullpen, and they have unbelievable starters, and they have a great lineup. The way I explained it yesterday to who was it? My aunt. In free agency, they just won the World Series. And then in free agency, they got the best reliever in the game, and they got the best hitter available. That's kind of the story of the Dodgers.
Do you think there should have been a lockout because of it?
Well, next year there will be a lockout. So we're going to finish this entire MLB season, and then it looks like heading into that 2027 year is when the CBA is up, and that's when we'll have the big lockout and discussing the salary cap issue. I'm more on the side of have a salary floor rather than a salary cap. That's my opinion. What about you, Tyler?
I totally agree with that, man. I totally agree.
Awesome, bro.
Hey, but
dude,
I appreciate you having me, man.
Of course, man. God bless. Stay cool, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, go D-backs.
Peace. My guy, Tyler, 2 great calls to start the show, brother. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I hit them boys on rock. Something is definitely happening, though. I'm not able to see any of the numbers or any of these chats or any of these metrics. So you're like, why is this guy not talking to me? He's being a jerk. I wish I could. But nothing is coming through. How do I fix it? We're notifying viewers that you're live. Oreo the Cats in the chat on Twitch said, I will say Michigan is one of the worst first half teams and the best second half team in the tourney from the 2 games I watched. You heard it here first on TBWZ. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Bodie. I've just been watching some Nuggets games. I'm from Michigan.
Okay.
I think the Nuggets have an opportunity to win the championship this year.
You're high on the Nuggets. You think they're a good ball team?
I've seen them I know they're injury prone and stuff, but
yeah,
I think that might affect them, but I don't know.
Dude, Denver's a great team. Ultimately, the reason Denver could win the championship is because they have Jokic. He's averaging a triple-double. He leads the league in assists per game and rebounds per game. He's putting up 28 points per night. He's unbelievable. And Jamal Murray is having a career year too, but outside of Jokic and Jamal Murray, who are averaging 28 and 25 respectively, the next highest, Aaron Gordon's averaging 13 a game. There's not a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th guy on this team this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thought.
That's gonna bog them down in the playoffs, but
agreed.
I don't know.
Bodie, are you a Detroit Pistons guy?
I'm not. I don't know. I'm from Denver myself, but I don't really watch them.
You're from Denver, but you live in Michigan?
Yeah. And I kind of cut away from basketball, but I'm watching it again, and I was like, dang.
Nice. What made you move from Denver to Michigan?
I don't know. My dad just got a job here, so.
Nice.
2
That's
years
awesome.
ago, but
do you like it?
It's fine.
Yeah. Do you go to school or do you work, Bodie?
I'm in 11th right now. But
nice, dog. Do you want to go to college? Do you have any hopes and dreams to go to school, or do you have an idea of a career path you want to take?
I play football right now, but
dude, what position do you play, Bodie?
I play left guard.
Left guard. So you got some size to you. Can I get your stats?
This season I've allowed 2 presses, which is pretty good.
Really good.
I don't know.
Can I get your measurements?
I'm 6'2", 190.
Dude, if we can get you up to 6'2", 215 this offseason, 220 even, you're going to be looking like a powerful guard. And you got speed too, Bodie?
Yeah, I do.
Brother, you're an absolute specimen, and you're in a great place to get it done. Are you going to root for the Broncos the rest of your life, or do you like the proposition of rooting for the Lions?
No, I'm a Broncos fan deep down.
I absolutely love that. Your coach, Sean Payton, probably one of the best coaches in the league. Do you think Bo Nix is going to have a good season this year, or do we see a little bit of a bounce back from Bo Nix?
I feel like the first 2 seasons that he's always started slow, in my opinion. But after like week 5 or 6, he kind of like kicks in.
And Bodie, if Bo Nix did play in that AFC Championship game, do you guys go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, but I don't think he would have won it though. The Seahawks was too good for us. Our offense wasn't it wasn't like good enough to keep up with them. That's the thing. But I think the trade that they did was pretty good, getting Jalen Waddle.
Getting Jalen Waddle is massive for that team. It's going to be a matter of can Bo Nix get him the ball, and I believe that he can. Dude, you got a good squad over there. Denver is a good basketball team. Denver has a great football team, but unfortunately you guys have a horrible, horrible baseball team. It's tough right now for the Rockies. Bodie from Michigan. Michigan and Detroit's one of my favorite towns. Comerica Park is awesome. Please go to a baseball game this summer. Enjoy that. God bless you, brother. Please let us know how you do in season when that comes around, and call back whenever you want, okay?
Okay, see ya.
All right, bye. What an awesome dude. Bro, I feel like today is fake. What is happening today? I know, Oreo. I gotta be really careful with that one, because between you and I really want to know how big kids are. How do I put this? The kid calls me. He's like, hey, I play baseball. I play left guard. I'm going to ask him how much he weighs. I don't care if he's 10. I don't care if he's 11. I don't care if he's 12. Right? I'm going to ask him how much he weighs. I'm a GM. If I'm a GM, dude, you're not going to have your GM like, hey, I didn't ask him how much he weighs because I was trying to be respectful of his weight. No, it doesn't matter. He's 12. He can answer it. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
It's Paul from Indiana again. I'm back.
Paul from Indiana, my guy. How was your weekend, bro?
Purdue's lost to Zona.
Purdue did lose to Arizona. Did you watch the whole game with the family, Paul?
Yeah. Well, my mom went to IU and my dad's a Michigan fan, so.
So then the Purdue allegiance is just regional, just geographical?
Huh?
Yeah. So Dad was pretty happy about Michigan then, huh?
Yeah, well, his side of the family, he wasn't born there, but originated in Tennessee, so he probably would have been happy with either way that game turned out, but he was rooting for Michigan that game.
So Dad grew up in Tennessee, and then he went to Michigan and studied there?
No, he never went to Michigan, but he didn't live in Tennessee. My great-grandma lived in Tennessee. He was born in Chicago. I don't know how he became a Michigan fan.
Oh. It's always interesting how Pops becomes fans of teams. You know what I mean? You never really know. But the game was crazy, dude. Did you watch UConn and Duke, or were you locked in on Purdue, Arizona?
Oh, the UConn-Duke game. That was insane.
Paul, can you just paint the picture for me? Were you watching with friends, with family? Were you riding solo dolo? What's up?
Me and my friend Jackson were at the park in our neighborhood playing basketball.
Nice. Uh-huh.
And we went to check the score of the game, and we saw there was a minute left, and UConn was coming back.
Yeah.
So we put the game on our phones, and we watched the end. And just after watching that last shot, that's insane that they made it from the logo to win the game against Duke.
Dude, it was, what's up, Jose? It was one of those moments where I'm sitting there and like a million times in my life I've dreamt of that moment, or I've shot that shot and I've been like, for 3 to win the game, and like that kid actually got to do it, bro. It's such a cool feeling. It feels like my dreams are tangible, you know?
Yeah. It's like just watching that. It's like people think, oh, that's such a hard shot. I can't believe he made that. But he's probably been practicing that shot in his driveway since he was 10.
He has been, and he's been saying the same thing, like from 3, 2,
Exactly.
like counting down, doing it just like we do it.
Exactly. I take deep shots all the time and just play announcer in my head in my driveway.
Dude, it's so fun. It's like that mix of like imagination and creativity and sports is like, it's something every single person does. Even if you're in an office right now and you're 40 years old and you're shooting a rolled up piece of paper into a trash can. Everyone's always yelling. Who do you say when you shoot? Do you say Kobe? Do you say Steph?
I'm a Curry fan, but I still say Kobe.
I feel like you gotta say Kobe. Paul, I absolutely love that. Were you watching strictly college basketball? Did you catch up on any NFL news or any baseball or any NBA or hockey?
A lot of baseball. It's like, again, it's weird. I'm a Phillies fan.
Yeah.
So, been watching those games. I'm doing my first year in a fantasy baseball league that I made with my friends.
Dude, same with me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing a fantasy baseball for the first time this year. Ours is a little bit weird, though. Your lineup locks on Monday, so you can only change your lineup once a week. You can't change it daily.
Really? For me, I've been changing it daily. Are you doing ESPN Fantasy?
Yeah, we are.
Oh. I don't know. I've been changing mine up a little bit every day. New free agency pickups. Today I picked up that new third baseman from Chicago, from the White Sox.
Matt Bush? Bush?
No, White Sox.
Oh, I was just talking about him.
Yeah,
Murakami.
3 homers, 3 games, yeah.
Murakami.
Yeah.
Dude, he looks unbelievable. That's a great pickup, dude. And if you stream pitchers in, it'll be really, really nice, and you'll get a bunch of points. Brother, tonight, I need a quick prediction from you, if you got time. Actually, let's do the Final Four. Who do you got winning the Natty?
My Final Four predictions, even though my dad's a Michigan fan and Purdue lost to them, I'll take Arizona over Michigan. I think that'll be a great game, though. I think those are the 2 strongest 1 seeds in the tournament playing each other, but I'll take Arizona. And then I'll take Illinois over UConn.
Okay.
And then this year's national champion, Illinois.
You got Illinois winning the Natty. Dude, Paul, so do I. Great minds think alike, brother. Hey, we have a Discord that we started. If you want to join our Discord, it's on Twitch and my bio and stuff like that. We're doing brackets and giveaways and fantasy stuff all the time. So join that. Right. Follow along, brother. You're such an electric caller. You can call whenever you want. Okay, Paul?
Okay, got it.
All right. Have a good day, bro. Peace.
You too. Bye.
Unbelievable. Paul is such a G. Whoever's calling right now, you're calling from a blocked number, so I'm not taking that call. I have a 724 number that is up right now. And then after that, I'm going to be taking that 629 number. So 629, you're on deck. Whoever that is, you're on deck. And I cannot see any chats right now. I'm so sorry. And I can't see any follows, but I love you guys so much. What is up, Oreo? My guy. Brother from another mother. My friend from Pittsburgh. My homie. My enemy. My ally. Oreo the cat. What is up, dog?
It's good.
Good. I just gave you like a huge preamble. I called you my guy. I called you brother from another mother. Connected at the hip. And all you had for me was good.
I'm tired. Me and my friends just went down to the park and we got cooked by a group of 3 grown men.
You went and played basketball against grown men?
Yeah.
That's always fun. Always a challenge. I think I've seen a video or 2 like that. Brother, you're calling into the show. What did you want to talk about today, Oreo?
Honestly, that UConn Duke game. What happened is I was at the park yesterday. I come back. My mom's yelling at me about something. I forget.
Sure.
I run upstairs and I'm like, let me go watch the end of this game. I saw there was 10 seconds left. I was like, there's nothing going to happen. That guy missed the free throw. I was like, oh, this game's over. And then he made the second one. I was like, oh, it's still over. And then Caden Boozer, did whatever. That weird overhand pass.
Yeah.
And then, I don't remember who stole it. It might have actually been. What's his name?
It was Braylon.
It was Braylon, and then he passed it off, and then it passed back to him. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Braylon who. Gosh, what's his name? Braylon Mullins, who stole the ball and then got the ball passed back to him to hit the shot. So he had an unbelievable defensive play and then a great offensive play. It was one of those games where, like, right when it ends, you're standing up screaming at the top of your lungs, like shocked out of your mind.
Yeah, I got yelled at even more because I jumped up and started screaming. But
I need to know so badly what you were in trouble for.
I don't remember. I genuinely don't know.
It's okay, dog.
I tuned it out. I ran upstairs and watched the end of the game.
That's so awesome, dude. So today you were at the park you and your buddy were playing basketball with adult men?
Yeah.
So
they were just there when we got there, and they made us play with their basketball, and it sucked.
They made whoa. You guys are like 13, 14, right?
Yeah.
So these grown men made you play with their balls?
Whoa.
Did anybody else hear that? Hear what I'm hearing?
Okay, that's crazy.
That is so crazy. That is so inappropriate. Oreo, I have the Spurs ranked as my number one team. You and I'm contractually obligated to give you some Spurs talk. We could talk about them. But during the power hour of the show, you heard me talk a little bit about the Steelers and about Aaron Rodgers. I said the Steelers' number one priority, according to reports, is to get Aaron Rodgers to be their quarterback. And I declare that the Steelers should be more focused on losing games and getting a high draft pick for next year. You're in the Pittsburgh area. You are a Steelers fan. You're a voice of the people. Tell me, am I way off? Am I accurate? What are we doing with Aaron Rodgers and Pittsburgh Steelers?
Well, like, I'm a Steelers fan at heart, but I don't always root for them just because, like, so it's not like, I don't even remember. I just wanted to root against my friends. But, yeah, they were, like, I was, like, talking to, I don't even remember who, and Aaron Rodgers got brought up. I was like, I was like, do we even want Aaron Rodgers back on the Steelers? And they were like, no. And I personally think they should keep him and then draft someone either this year or next year.
Sure.
If they draft someone this year, the quarterback this year, then they need to just have him sit under Rodgers this year.
Yeah.
If they draft someone next year, that QB class is good enough. I think they could start over Rodgers.
Yeah.
Or start under him the first couple weeks, learn from him, and then start over him.
Yeah, that 2027 QB class is going to be absolutely unbelievable. And I'm with you. I don't think the Steelers should be going after Aaron Rodgers. I don't think they should make that a priority. I think their priority this year should put together a team that they have. They don't have a competitive team. They don't have a team that can win Super Bowls. Yet it seems like Aaron Rodgers is a move to do that. Brother Oreo, anything else you wanted to say to the people on the way out, or anything you want to get off your chest? We've talked Spurs, huh?
I think Arizona is the weakest team left. Yes, it's a 1 seed.
Okay.
In that Final Four, but like Illinois' experience, UConn's coming off that game winner.
Yeah.
And Michigan, we've seen Michigan. They are insane.
Who's your Final Four? Or what's your prediction for the Final Four and then the Natty?
I think that Illinois-UConn game is so tough.
Yeah.
But I think Illinois, just with the experience, how well they've been playing, it's just sometimes it's just a gimme. Like, you kind of, even if it's March, it's like sometimes you got to take that. So Illinois, and then, yeah, probably Michigan. Oh, Michigan, Illinois.
Michigan, Illinois will be very fun, and then I assume you're going to have Michigan winning that one?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, so I'd say, yes, they're averaging 95 points a game, but they haven't been playing the greatest defensive teams their first two rounds. Obviously, Tennessee is good, but the first two, they didn't play that well with defensive teams. I think the Illinois defense is really good. I think it's really, really close. I think it could go either way, but I'm probably Michigan by like 2 or 3.
Dope. Oreo, you are the absolute man. Thank you for being such a loyal dude for the show, and the stream streak is unbelievable, dog. We'll talk to you again hopefully on Wednesday, okay, bro?
Yep.
See you in the chat.
Yep.
My guy Oreo, the cat, calling in, absolutely loving it. I'm freaking out right now because I cannot see what's going on here. I'm going to end this and then start it again so I can see the chat because I need to be able to see the chat. Jose, I see you, bro. I got other people calling in ahead, though, dog. Right now. End. It's not even letting me end. 161 viewers? I didn't even see any of those people. 1 second. I'm going to take this call right now. Brother, I recognize the number, but please let people know your name and where you're calling from, dog.
Bryson from Memphis, Tennessee.
My guy Bryson from Memphis. You've called into the show a couple of times, Bryson. You are our resident Grizzlies fan. You are just our Memphis guy in general. But, brother, we had some awesome NCAA today, or this weekend, some awesome baseball, NFL news. Where did you want to start today, Bryson? What did you want to talk about, bro?
I wanted to talk about how Vanderbilt swept Tennessee with all walk-offs, by the way. They walked off grand slam, walk-off, I think, home run, and they just walk-off double up the middle to an RBI to win.
Hey, Bryson, I'm having a little bit trouble hearing you, and I'm all the way jacked up on my end. Is there any way you can be closer to your phone or speak up? Because I didn't really catch what you said. What was all the walk-offs?
It was a walk-off. It was a walk-off grand slam, and a walk-off home run, and a walk-off double up the middle for RBI.
For who?
For Vanderbilt versus Tennessee.
Oh, we're talking college baseball. J.D. Walker, I can now. That was so frustrating, but I can now see the chat. Yeah, Bryson, Vanderbilt baseball is playing well. I don't talk any college ball at all, but have you been locked in on it?
Oh yeah, I've been locked in on that and college basketball. I haven't had a much chance to get at the NFL, but I did see that the Broncos signed Jalen Waddle, which
they did sign Jalen Waddle, so that will be fun. Obviously, college basketball was absolutely awesome and electric this weekend. We had Duke getting upset by UConn. We had Arizona moving on, Michigan moving on. From the teams that are left, the 4 teams that are left, who do you think is the best team left in the nation?
Michigan.
They look so good.
Michigan.
Are you choosing them as your winner?
I'm choosing them as my winner. It'll be Michigan. It'll be Michigan and Illinois in the national championship.
I've got the same thing right now, man, and I do have a heart right now for Illinois winning it all, but it does seem impossible for them to beat Michigan in that natty.
Hey, but you got to play the game, so.
You got to play the game. That is absolutely right, Bryson. How's Memphis treating you right now? Anything fun happen this weekend, or are you just watching ball?
Well, we're on spring break currently in my county. We're on spring break. One thing I am bummed out about, I got in a fight this earlier today, so that bummed me out. But
why? Who threw the first punch?
He did.
And were you mouthing off, or were you just goofing around, or was he being just a jerk?
No, we were hooping. We were hooping in our park, and they got mad because they were talking the whole game, and I didn't say nothing the entire game. And at the end of the game, I was like, "Get off my court!" And then I told them the P word, and they said, "What'd you say?" I was like, "Get off my court!" And he's like, "Oh, you gonna say that to my face?" I said, "I just did get off my court." And then he threw the first punch. So, and I did. I won the fight, but I would have won a lot sooner if I didn't slip and fall. Which that's really made me embarrassed. But I did win, and, I won the game, and I won the fight. So, it's a win-win.
It's an absolute win-win. Did your fight or flight kick in? Was there any part of you that was like, maybe I run, or were you ready to knock right away?
I was ready to knock him away, but, I feel like in any situation, there's always a fight or flight reaction, and I did feel a little bit of a flight reaction, but I was like, well, I gotta back up my talk. So I was like, you know what? He can't be that bad. I was fighting for a little bit.
Any kicks or purely punches and scratches and scrapes?
Just and on me, he got one good punch on my jaw. And it irritated my jaw a little bit. But it's all right. It's just a little punch. For him, I don't really know. All I know is that I think his nose was bleeding. I think that's it, though.
He's got some explaining to do to his mama. Brother, dude, I love hearing you getting a little bit of a scrap and just bouncing out from it. You're not like you're more of a lover. You're not a fighter. But if someone's coming up to you on your court and trying to talk crap, you're going to fight back.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
you're a man.
Mama ain't raised no B word. If you know, you know.
Hey, Bryson, I love you, bro. You are an electric man. God bless you, brother. Thank you for calling the show, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yep, talk to you soon.
Peace. My guy, Bryson. All right, I'm finally here now. Cooper Sheets, what up? Which one you like more? I don't know. I'm not doing like a like more thing. Michigan or Illinois? I think Michigan's the better team, in my opinion, Cooper Sheets. They are the better team, in my opinion. JD is back, said, why are you hating on Shea? I got Shea at 5. Jose, you again, brother. Someone right ahead of you, dog. Right ahead of you. I'm so sorry. Love talking ball with you, man. Love you, Bryson. You are the absolute best. Guys, follow Bryson. He does everything. Oh, no. All right, Jose, you're up. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ. I know your name, but let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
See, my name is Carlos Jose. The boy is here.
Carlos is here. The boy is here, brother. How was your weekend? Did you do anything crazy or cool or fun?
I didn't do anything too crazy. A lot of chilling, you know what I'm saying, amigo? I
am, amigo. Did you watch any basketball, or were you just hitting the gym and hanging out with your wife?
See, I watched a lot of NCAA.
You watched a lot of NCAA. It was a fun little Final Four, dude. It was a fun little Elite Eight or Sweet 16 too. We had a good time watching ball.
Yeah, I'm pretty sad. Houston lost, gone, done. Same with University of Alabama.
Wow, Carlos, Jose, you had did you have Houston in your bracket?
I had Houston winning in one of my bracket. In my other bracket, I had Alabama, because mi padre went to Alabama. But anyway,
yes, tu padre. See, Carlos, Jose, I heard a little rumor that you might be moving from the Bay Area. What's up with that?
I don't know, man. It's just like the school in Chico is seeming a bit better, Chico University.
Yeah.
And the wife might get a job there and things like that, you know what I'm saying?
Chico State is where my cousin went to school, and she had an awesome time there. So I think you would have fun, but the city of Chico, it's like an armpit.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to move or not. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, back to basketball. I think right now who's going to win, it's either Arizona or Illinois.
Wow. Do you think Arizona's better than Michigan?
Yes.
See. And you like Illinois beating UConn, even though UConn had that incredible game. Where were you watching? Can you paint the picture of how you saw the Duke and UConn game end?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
You were at B-Dubs?
Yes, sir. Si, senor. I was.
You strike me as and I don't mean this in any negative context. You strike me as a mango habanero guy or garlic parm. Am I off?
Garlic parm. Yes. See. But I also like lemon pepper.
Ah, lemon pepper and garlic parm. I see you.
And I was there, and I had some wings and a Philly, and I was watching, and I saw that 3-pointer. It was a buzzer beater. I was so tight. I thought Duke was gonna beat UConn, but no.
No. They had UConn had another plan, bro.
Also, I like to play golf, and Tiger Woods, he's like my hero.
Yeah. Especially if you like pills.
Sad he had his car accident.
Yeah, bro was pilled out trying to drive his Range Rover to like a 7-Eleven or something to get some cigarettes and rolled it over on the side of his driver's side. Listen, Jose, I've had drinks before, and I have had operated a motor vehicle after having said drinks.
Well,
I've never once rolled my car driving to a grocery store.
Water. You were drinking water.
I was drinking lots of water. But all I'm saying is how bad do you have to be driving to like roll your car over completely and get in accidents? Because I've never once come close to getting in an accident inebriated.
Yeah, that's a thing right there. Anyway, I don't know, man. Chico, thinking about it, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm telling you, moving from San Francisco to Chico would be a real bummer. But ultimately, you do have a really hot, cool wife. So if it's for school, you still have a cool person to hang out with every day. You don't have to worry about finding love or anything in Chico. You already have that for you, which is pretty good.
Of course. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's call it basketball. I love that. And also, I was wondering, when I call in, you got to play flamenco guitar.
I'm adding that to my list. Flamenco guitar. I'm gonna get a little sound effect for you, so when you call in, I can play some flamenco guitar for you.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
And you know what I'm saying? MLB is starting back up again, and as they say, there's nobody better than a Latino playing baseball.
I love Latinos and I love baseball. They go hand in hand, brother, like America and apple pie. Latinos can swing the heck out of a bat.
See.
You got to love baseball. Do you have a baseball team, brother?
Do I have a baseball team? When I
Favorite?
was a kid, so Flagstaff, we never had a team. And, I didn't like the Diamondbacks because they were, frankly, kind of shit.
Uh-huh.
So I guess, as a young man growing up, I was a huge fan of really just, if I had to pick a baseball team, I liked them all. I wasn't too attached to anything. I thought the Angels were very interesting. And, I remember, who was this prospect on the Phillies? What was his name? It was Bryce something.
Bryce Harper.
I remember they were saying he was the new baseball LeBron James. He was the new shit. And now look at him. His career's been fine, I guess. But, he's been nuts. He's crazy.
I think he's pretty good, but yeah, it's pretty wild that he was 16 years old, labeled as like kind of a chosen one type LeBron character, and has pretty much lived up to every expectation. Bryce Harper, shout out to him. Jose, we're gonna keep rolling with the show, dog. Anything you wanted to say to people on the way out? Any advice? Any love? Anything for them?
Hey, people, remember this. I have a couple words of advice. Remember, number one, don't get involved with the cartel, man. They don't want to mess with you, and you don't want to mess with them. Got that. All right. Next up, number two, don't mess with me, man. I'm a chill guy, Don't mess with Zach, man. If you mess with Zach, I'll make a turn of war on you. And real quick, how are those Lettuce Head Long Island guys? Have they been messing with you?
No, the Long Island boys have been gone. I'm ready to wage war on them again.
Have they been? Are they going to come back, or do you think they've been defeated? By my words.
Well, what you said last to him was pretty effective. So, Jose, you have officially right now defeated the Long Island boys. Shout out to you.
W. They're setting you as a proud man, descendant of the conquistadors. A very strong man.
Yes.
Now, remember this. I want you to find some flamenco guitar real quick and just test it out. Can we do that on stream real quick?
I can't really pull up I would have to see if my soundboard has anything, but I don't really have anything, how do I put it? Preloaded. I can see something real fit. Does this work?
I can't hear anything. I'm listening to your stream in the background, but there's a delay on YouTube. Also, I don't use Twitch no more. I used Twitch for a little bit, but I don't like the platform. I prefer YouTube. But anyway. Thank you, Zach.
Of course, brother. Jose, Carlos, everything in between us. We will talk to you soonos, mi amigo.
Adios. Thank you.
Okay, gracias.
I'm just hearing it now. It's perfect. Thank you. Adios.
Okay. All right, I'll add it in. Adios. Love that guy. Twitch is better, by the way, if you guys are wondering. ES17, I don't know who that is. How do you feel about the Duke game? You watch it? Of course I did, bro. It was awesome. I'll have my thoughts if you call in. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Bryant, and I'm from SoCal.
Bryant?
Yes.
Bro, this is crazy because I know a Bryant that I went to high school with and played football with, which is in SoCal. Are you him?
I don't think so.
Did we play football together?
No.
Okay, then it's definitely 1,000,000% not you, brother. But shout out to the SoCal gang, best Mexican food in the world. Bryant, you're calling into the show. What do you want to talk about today?
All right, I just wanted to call in and talk about, well, two things, just two little things. I remember I called in, last time I called you, I remember talking about Tyrese Maxey.
Okay.
And the Sixers and everything, and we talk about the Lakers.
Oh, sure.
What do you think Luka has to do to be the MVP? Because like what he's doing is crazy, and he keeps just going more down and more down.
I have Luka ranked as my number one in MVP ranks for a reason. He has, over the past 10 games, he's averaging 39 points per game, 8 boards, and 7 assists. He has more points, threes, rebounds, assists, steals, and minutes than SGA. He's led the league in points per game by 2.5 points the entire season. He's playing 36 minutes per game, which is fourth in the league. He's winning in all the stats. His value to the Lakers is more impactful to them than any other player on any other team outside of maybe Jokic. Yeah. He's playing out of his mind right now. But dude, Bryant, between you and me, I'm convinced there's nothing Luka can do to actually win that award. I think it's a pre-gone thing. It's not his.
Yeah, I know it. It also doesn't help for him that he has all the techs. I feel like they're going to hold that against him in some way.
Yeah, and he's going to be missing a game tonight, actually, against the Wizards because of that 16th tech that he suffered on Friday. So we're not going to have him tonight, and that's a big issue. I think the writers don't necessarily like that his attitude or that whole situation. But if they're going to hold that against him when he's having the season that he's having, I mean, we have to reorganize this entire MVP thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's tough. Have you been watching the Lakers, dog? You keeping up?
Yeah, I'm a Lakers fan from SoCal, so I've been almost every game.
Bryant, I don't know if you found me on Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok, but after NBA postseason games, including Laker games, I'm going to be going live every single night after the game. So if you want to talk Lakers basketball post-game, I'll be live, and you can call in whenever you want. It's going to be very fun. The Lakers, obviously, I have them as my number 4 team. Ahead of the Pistons and just below the Celtics. Do you believe in this team enough to go to the finals, or do you think there's still a lot of work to be done?
I really do. I like the mix of right there. I feel like LeBron finally bought into his role. And I feel like that was our biggest problem early. Now he's finally buying into his role.
LeBron is playing as the third best player on this team and looks like he's enjoying doing it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and the buy-in is absolutely nuts from the best player of all time to be like, yeah, I'm down to be the third player on this team. It just goes to show like how great of an athlete he is, that he can still compete on this level, and how great he is as a teammate and a leader in general. I'm a huge LeBron guy, and I'm just even more of a LeBron fan. And I'm really liking what JJ Redick's done with the team as of late.
Yeah. I feel like the reason if the Lakers do go all the way and win the NBA Finals, no one's going to talk about it, is Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart's going to be huge for this team. He's our only 3-and-D type guy. DeAndre Ayton is going to be big. Jake LaRavia, his minutes are going to be really important. Yeah. Bryant, before you go, I'm doing predictions right now. Everyone that calls in is giving me their prediction for the final 4 teams in college basketball. Who do you got winning this weekend on Saturday, and then who do you got winning the Natty?
Ooh, I think it's going to be. But I was a UCLA fan. I was butthurt when we lost to UConn. I think UConn's going to go all the way and win it all. It's going to be UConn versus Michigan.
UConn, Michigan. That's going to be awesome. Then do you have a Michigan winning it?
No, UConn.
I absolutely love it, bro. Upset City. Brother Bryant, you are the man. Southern California brother right here. Like I said, follow along and watch the show, and then you'll get notifications when I go live for the post-game shows on NBA nights.
You have a great day.
You too, bro. Peace. Since Tiger Woods survived the crash, it's not a hole in one. Chat of the day? Bro, unbelievable stuff right now. Sleep Z's over on YouTube. I don't even know who you are. Sleepless Z. Dude, are you the owner of BedJet? That's actually crazy that you named your username on YouTube Sleepless Z, because I'm Zine Veen. I've been having trouble sleeping. Not being able to sleep is the worst thing in the world. It's literal torture. And it's not even like I'm too hot, I'm too this, I'm too much caffeine, I'm too not tired type thing. I'm just like that. I'm like, dude, I will fully be knocked out, dozing off, dropping my head, falling asleep, watching whatever movie I'm watching. Then I'm like, all right. And I'll turn off the movie and I'll lay my head down. I'll go to bed. And then an hour later, I'm wide awake. Like nothing happened. And here I am thinking I was about to get a good night's sleep, and then no. How are the Lakers and Celtics better than the Pistons? Noel, I have takes on the Pistons. If you want me to get those off my chest, you could probably call into the show, Noel, to hear them if you want to talk Pistons ball. I just had a caller. Yo, B, Brandon, or whoever, 202. If you want to call back, phone lines are open. We're going to be watching along to the Angels and the Cubs coming up in about 30 minutes here. I'll just give you my thoughts on the Pistons right now. The Pistons are a great basketball team. Okay? They're number 9 in offense, number 2 in defense. Their defense is what wins them these games. They have the best record against teams in the top 10. They're 10-3 without Cade on the floor. I'm worried about them offensively. Defensively, they can compete with anyone and slow anyone down. I'm worried about their offense in a 7-game series. Cade Cunningham, if you shut him down, I feel like you shut this team down. Don't give me Dennis Jenkins. Don't give me Tobias Harris. That ain't happening. The win against the Lakers was good, but that was a Lakers team that was on the 10th day of a road trip. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ widescreen radio. Please mute the stream in the background, keep it clean, and let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Griff. I'm calling from Washington, D.C.
Griff, you've called into the show before, right, bro?
For sure.
Griff, you are the absolute man. Thank you for calling back into the show. Calling from the DMV area. You got a lot of interesting kind of UConn, Duke.
Yeah.
A lot of random fans in that area. How's everyone feeling about yesterday's game?
I had a lot of Duke fans at my school, and some are pretty bummed.
Dude, are you a Duke fan?
No, hell no.
So making fun of them today was awesome.
Yeah, some chud pulled up in a Duke sweater and goes, "It's Duke tradition that we have to wear Duke merch after a loss. It's Duke tradition." Absolutely nobody does that.
Who is this kid?
And he's the most diehard Duke fan you'll ever see in your entire life.
That's sad. What a mistake. I feel bad that he was raised that way. Griff, you've called in the show before. You usually come in hot with hot takes and opinions and stuff. Right. What did you want to talk about today, bro?
I think I wanted to talk about the MVP race for the NBA. I see your
Let's do it.
Thoughts.
Let's do it.
I definitely respect Luka. I mean, I love the way. I don't know why, but since his divorce, it's just completely lit a fire in him to just go absolutely nuts.
Yeah, that's one thing. I do feel, though, he does do this pretty much every single season. Everyone's kind of just Luka Doncic is really good. And then the last month of basketball, everyone's Luka Doncic is the best player ever. But, yeah, the divorce is definitely a factor.
Mm-hmm. And then I think Wemby should be a little higher on the list.
Yeah, I've got Wemby at 4 below Jokic and Jaylen Brown. Jokic I have up there at 2 because he's averaging a triple-double. He leads the league in rebounds per game and assists per game, and if you do that, you should be the MVP.
Right, can't argue with that at all.
Jaylen Brown is the sole reason the Celtics are at the 2 seed, and I agree that Wemby is also the reason that team is the 2 seed in the West. But Wemby's also surrounded by a ton of really, really, really good talent, including guys like De'Aaron Fox, including guys like Castle and Vassell, that really, really helped this team. And Johnson, I think the impact, the word most valuable, that describes Jaylen Brown's season to a T, just pure value.
I 100% get what you mean. But the one, little thing that I have with Jaylen Brown is his recent injury.
Huh. Okay.
He's supposed to return. Hold up. I don't know when he's supposed to return, but he's missed the last 2 games with Achilles tendonitis.
Yeah.
And I obviously think, he's actually good to go for today's game against Atlanta. But we've seen what this team is able to do without Jaylen Brown. In the last 2 games, we saw they beat Atlanta. And they also beat Charlotte, and they beat Charlotte by a good margin, who's a very good team. Jason Tatum played a lot and had 30. Peyton Pritchard had almost 30. This team can do very well without Jaylen Brown, but I completely respect the take, it being that this team is where they are right now because of Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I love your respect, and I hear what you're saying, and all of your points are good. Those were my top 3. You said you wanted to debate it, so who do you have as the MVP?
I have Luka, I do. And then second for me would be Wemby and then Jokic.
Wemby, Jokic, and then are you doing Shea and then Jaylen Brown?
Oh, yeah, I would do Shea and Jaylen Brown, and then just off the list would be Ant and Cade.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Ant and the Cade thing, especially the Cade thing. Definitely Cade, maybe not Ant. But yeah, bro, I think it's a crazy race. The Jokic thing is crazy. He's averaging a triple-double, and he's leading the leagues in assists per game and rebounds per game. Right. He probably should just be the MVP, but we just have voter fatigue.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he's also with and like it's the same thing for Shea. Like Shea could 100% be higher on the list, but it's also voter fatigue. But the issue that I have, the only thing that I have with Luka is that he might end up missing a few more games if he doesn't get his act together, because he isn't he like
he's suspended tonight
for a game? Yeah,
he's suspended for the game tonight against the Wizards.
The 16 tech rule, right?
Yeah.
And I think I understand, just like he needs to get his act together, or else he's going to be missing more games, because it's every 2 technicals you miss a game.
Yeah.
Like, if that's and the same thing happened with Dylan Brooks for my Phoenix Suns. So yeah.
It's wild. That rule is so. I guess it makes sense why you would have that, so guys aren't just like the worst jerks in the entire universe. But it still gets to the point where like this guy's losing out on games late in the season for complaining to the refs. It's not like when it happened to, gosh, why am I blanking on to Draymond Green? He was kicking guys in the nuts. Luka's just being a little prick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still,
also,
it's not cool.
Before I go to talk about the Final Four predictions.
I'm asking everyone before they leave to tell me who they think is winning in the Final Four and then who wins the Natty. So, yes, Griff, take it away.
I think Illinois and UConn might be the game of the year. I think I see they both have like electric offenses. They have pretty solid defenses. I think both teams could be ended up going over 80, 90 points this game. But I do definitely agree with Michigan over Arizona. But personally, I would take UConn.
Yeah, UConn feels like a team of destiny type thing. You think that game might be better than the Arizona and Michigan game?
I think so. I think it's definitely possible. And the only reason why I don't want to pick Illinois is solely because I think their run, besides beating Houston, their run was pretty simple. They had VCU out in the round of 32, and then the Sweet 16 they had had Houston in the Sweet 16, and then the Elite 8 they had Iowa, and if Iowa hadn't been there, I think they would have lost.
Yeah, possibly. I think I love Illinois' size and their age and the experience that they have on their team. But I hear you. When I watch them play, they look like one of the most dominant teams that we have. So,
for sure. Yeah, but I don't see him getting past UConn. But after the performance yesterday,
after what we saw from UConn yesterday, I'm absolutely with you, Griff. UConn looks great.
Yeah,
brother. Thank you so much for calling into the show. God bless you, brother, and we'll talk to you again soon, okay?
God bless you, too.
Peace. I'm watching the Pittsburgh and the Cincinnati Reds game right now. It just, like, weirdly flipped to a hockey game in the middle of the broadcast. And Order the Cat's in here saying, why are we punishing Wemby for having a good team? It's the MVP, dude. It's value. I'm punishing Shea for being on a good team a lot more than I'm punishing Wemby, and that 860 number will take you in just a little bit. We'll take you just a little bit, brother. And Buffalo Bill's calling in. Oh my gosh, 860. I'm sorry, I got to take this call, and then I'll take yours. 860. Brother Bill calling into the show. Star of TBWZ, Buffalo Bill. What is up, brother?
What's up,
dude? How was your weekend? What'd you do?
Good, pretty good.
Did you watch basketball with your family? Did you play at the park with your friends? Is it spring break? Did you go to any restaurants? Did you watch any movies?
Drove 17 hours to Florida.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold up. 1 second. Hold up. Wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Wait, you drove 17 hours to Florida?
Yep.
What are you doing there?
Seeing family.
You drove all the way to Florida to see family, and I assume you're driving back to Buffalo after that?
Yep.
Dude, where in Florida are you?
Daytona Beach.
Are you going to the beach or anything?
We already went today, so we're not going again.
Bill, between you and me, you don't have to answer this. There's some nice ladies down at Daytona Beach, am I right?
Sure, Zach. Sure.
Yeah. Brother, you're calling into the show. You drove 17 hours this weekend. I doubt you were able to watch much college basketball, but if you did, do you have thoughts?
I didn't really, but I saw Duke UConn.
It was awesome.
It was.
Watching them lose was so sick. Buffalo Bill. I have a friend of the show named Griff who's in the D.C. area. He said to tell you, go Bills.
Yes. Yes.
Your team's looking good. The Sabres are looking good. Buffalo Bill, you're calling into the show today. What did you want to talk about today?
I sent you a mock draft. I had to get a new Twitter account. It's under like Kobe something.
You sent me a new NFL mock?
A new NFL mock. Yes, I did.
Dude, I think, when do you get back from Florida?
Next Saturday, I think.
Let's do it next weekend then when you are back home in your habitat, because I need you monstered out. I need you ready to go pick for pick with your mock draft. Buffalo Bills are an NFL mock draft expert, by the way. Does that sound good? Maybe next week?
Yep, sounds good to me. Maybe
the
Wednesday,
draft.
I was thinking.
Okay, yeah, cool. Because the draft is on April. In April.
Yeah, I think it's April 23rd.
Yeah, we're up against it. Do you have any preview for us? Anything crazy that you have happening in the draft? Do you still have Fernando Mendoza as the number 1 overall pick?
Yeah. I don't think the only thing I see the Raiders doing is trading the pick. I don't think they take anyone else.
They would either pick Fernando or trade the pick away, basically.
Yep.
There was a lot of talk this week from Dan Orlovsky, who, I don't know what your thoughts on Dan Orlovsky, but a lot of people are not fans of his. He was saying that Ty Simpson is a better quarterback than Fernando Mendoza. Buffalo Bill, you are our NFL draft expert. Is he crazy or is he onto something?
Well, I didn't hear who you said. Who? I know Dan Orlovsky. Who Dan Orlovsky said is better than Fernando Mendoza?
Ty Simpson.
Crazy.
Okay.
I think Fernando Mendoza is this top prospect that could lead the Raiders to the playoffs in the maybe even next year.
Are you running somewhere? Are you walking?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're out of breath.
Walking.
What are you doing?
Out at a park right now.
You're just at a park walking around talking to Zach?
Yep.
Did you see anything cool on your 17-hour drive?
We saw a license plate from Colorado.
That's really, really cool. Have you been to Colorado?
It's not.
Did you see any roadkill or any hitchhikers?
No, actually. Saw some accidents. Saw some weird plates. I think we also saw one from like Oregon.
You saw Oregon plates too? That is a wild, wild trip. Bill, have you ever been in a car accident?
Yeah, actually.
Whoa, what happened?
I really don't remember. It was a couple months ago, though. So I can't really remember.
Wow, you must have hit your head.
Yeah.
Were you sitting in the back seat or the front seat?
Front, but hold up. I think I have to go right now, but I'll call you probably tomorrow or Wednesday.
You got my number. You can call me whenever you want, dog.
Of course.
All right, bye, Bill. He's such a joy. He's such a treat. I absolutely love Buffalo Bill. You got a 17-hour drive through the entire country from Buffalo, New York, all the way to Daytona, Florida. And the coolest thing he could think of that he saw on the drive was Colorado license plates. He is an absolute national treasure. We're all getting Buffalo Bill shirts one day. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ widescreen radio. Please mute the stream in the background. Keep it clean and let the people know your name and where you're calling in from.
Hi, my name is Ethan. I'm calling from Connecticut.
Ethan, did you mute the stream in the back? Oh, I can still hear me.
I put it down a little.
Okay, that works for me, Ethan, because I can't hear it anymore. You're calling in from Connecticut. Ethan, are you a UConn fan?
Yes, I am. I did see what happened, but I didn't watch the full game because I was in the back seat, and I was like, we were going somewhere, and I saw the game. We were down by like 15 or something, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a game. And then I saw the final score, and I'm like, is this fake?
You thought it was fake. You were like, what the heck is happening right now? Because you were only looking at the box score.
Yeah.
Where were you driving to?
Like this, we had to go to Target.
You had to go to Target during the Elite Eight?
I know.
That is crazy. Whose idea was that? That's probably Mom's idea, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, women be like, let's go to Target during the Elite Eight. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's awesome. UConn won. Do you think they're going to win the championship or what, dog?
I know this is a bit crazy, but I feel like saying from the loss from Marklet, I think we win against Illinois, but I have Arizona winning it.
Arizona looks pretty good, but you guys are Cinderella at this point. You got Dan Hurley rolling with you. You've got all of the juice in the world. I think you have a good shot against Illinois, but like you said, that national championship game is going to be a tough one, huh, Ethan?
To be honest, I don't think we were the Cinderella team. I think Iowa was.
Iowa was. That's very, very true. You guys are the lowest seed left. You know what? You're right. I'm wrong. You are very, very smart. Ethan, are you on spring break right now?
No.
Oh, you're not. Is spring break next week, or did you already have it?
We haven't had it yet. It's like in like 3 more weeks.
3 more weeks? You're tripping. No shot. Really?
No.
Bro, what do you guys have plans? Does the family have a plan for spring break?
Easter, I guess. I don't know.
What are you just going on vacation, or are you just keeping it low key?
I think we're just staying here.
That's pretty cool. Did you go to school today?
Warmer. What?
Did you have school today?
Yeah.
What do you usually do at recess?
In middle school, we don't have recess, but they have this thing that we can go outside, but we're going outside on Wednesday, so yeah.
You have some days that you don't go outside?
No.
What does that mean? So you guys are just inside the entire day?
So it's because of the cold weather and our principal who sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, and we have to wait till Wednesday because apparently that's when the ground gets dry, when it's already dry.
Well, that's so annoying. So what do you usually do on recess when the sun is out and it's shining bright on our beautiful, beautiful, warm ground?
You already know. We got to play some football.
Come on, bro. I already know. Ethan plays football.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Did you see any movies recently?
I wanted to watch Hail Mary, but
Hail Mary looks good. Did you see Hoppers?
No.
My friend is an animator. He used to work for Marvel and Rockstar Games. He said Hoppers was really good. What's the last animation movie you saw? What's the last movie you saw in theaters, Ethan?
To be honest, it's been a long time I've went to a movie.
Yeah.
So I can't even remember.
It wasn't like Coco or Moana or Inside Out 2?
Nah. Wasn't like anything like that.
Was it are you into action movies? Like who's taking you to the cinema?
Oh, my dad, mostly.
Your dad seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. What kind of is Ethan? If you have time, what kind of music do you listen to, bro?
Honest, I guess I'll tell you, I don't really have a genre. I like Kendrick, I like Bad Bunny, but I hate Bruno Mars for a reason. I don't know what, but his songs are so I can't listen because he's so I can't even explain it.
Does it have anything to do with the way that he looks?
No, it's just how he sings. It's like so weird.
Does he sound kind of like a crooner, like some guy singing in the back alley of like an underground club in the Bronx in like 1960 or something?
No, he's just cringe, I feel like, because like it's like AMP and he dresses like a girl in that that thing with like wearing pink and stuff and like all that. Like he used to be so good and then he just turned into this weird guy. I don't like him.
Ethan, when you say he used to be so good, like, is there a song in particular you're referencing or a Bruno Mars era that you liked a lot?
I don't know the name of it, but it was like with like those like monkeys, of those three little monkeys. I forgot what song that
was. It 24 Karat Magic?
Yeah, it was that song was okay, but it was like they had this monkey faces and they're saying all this stuff I can't remember.
Is it the song, Monkey Bruno Mars song? The Lazy song.
Yeah.
You like when he's like, today I don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah. That was a good song.
But you don't like the new Bruno?
No. He's too weird.
Do you think the money has gotten to Bruno Mars's head?
I don't think it's the money. I think he's just like, he's developed a new person in him.
Wow, almost like a split personality situation is going on right now with Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Huh. Do you have a different animal within you when you get out on the football field?
Well, I think I'm a Panther because I like the Panthers. I know it's crazy that I'm in Connecticut and I like the Panthers.
Yeah.
But hey, there's wild things that happened in our football games.
Have you ever been in a fight?
Well, a fumble fight, yeah.
Oh, you've been in a little scrum.
It was like a scruff fight, like to get the ball.
Huh. Did you end up with the ball?
Yeah, I did.
Of course, because you're an absolute beast.
I jumped on it. I don't know how you fall. I don't know how you fumble though in 2 touch since we can't tackle at school though.
Oh, this was at school.
Yeah.
Huh. You had a fumble fight at school. Did the teachers get involved?
Yeah, they didn't see it.
Yeah, a little bit. Do you respect your teachers, or are some of them stupid idiots?
Some of them are nice. Some of them are what you said. They're not that good.
Yeah, whatever I just said. I just said something very bad. Are you doing anything for Easter on Sunday?
Getting candy, I guess.
Getting some candy? Going to church?
Probably not. I go to church, but probably not because they're gonna go play and stuff.
Yeah. Church on Easter is a little bit crazy. I will also be going to church. Shout out to us. We are Brothers United. Ethan, this was some really good stuff. Is it cool if I clip this and put it out on TikTok?
Yeah. Could you just not use my name and information though?
Absolutely. I'll cut out your name and information. And if your family ever is like, hey, what the heck is going on? You can just let them know that they can email me or DM me, and I will always answer that. Does that sound good?
By the way, can I also talk to you about 2 more things? Is that okay or not?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, dude, you know what, Ethan? Absolutely, brother.
So, I'm a Panthers fan, of course, you know. I have crazy prediction that Keon Sadiq is going to be there at 19, or we're going to get an edge rusher to improve Nick Gordon and Prince Lee. And second take is that the Panthers are going to win the NFC South easily and be a deep playoff team next year.
You're all in on the Panthers. Rawr.
Yep. We're winning it. We're not, I would say, I'm a diehard Panthers fan. Even my friends know that. They're like, they spam me when we lose.
Yeah.
He's also when we got blown out by the Patriots, but they were a Super Bowl team, so can't really say anything about that.
Yeah.
But you can say that Panthers are definitely not going to win the Super Bowl this 2026 through 2027 season. But
No.
I do have hopes for the 2027 through 2028 season because I feel like we could get much better with the help, get our salary cap because we got some guys like Bobby, I forgot what his name is, Bobby the Third, something like that.
Bobby Brown.
And yeah, Bobby Brown. And I feel like he's been good, but I feel like we could clear some salary cap out of him. So that's what I think, that we could get some money to improve our defense. And it's either we're drafting an offensive player or we're going to draft a offensive lineman because Ikwang and Wunku, I can't say his name, it's so weird. Got injured and severed something very bad. So good thing we got Rasheed Walker, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Then what does make it enough for your 27-28 season that you're talking about having hope for? What would be enough?
What would be enough? We definitely need to pair somebody for safety with Trevon Merrick. Trevon Merrick was good. I do not care that he punched Jawan Jennings in the balls because Jawan Jennings had said bad things. I don't know. I can't say what he said, but he's said some bad things to people that should not have been said, and he deserves to just not be signed and just not be signed by a team and end his career. Because there's some things that he says and then just hides from his offensive lineman with Trent Williams just coming. So it's like I'm not mad at him for doing that. I'm happy that he's been so good this year, especially playing the Packers, how we beat them, and they made it to the Bears, playing the Bears. So I think deep playoff team, and we will maybe at least NFC champions next year.
Dog, I was not expecting to have such a detailed Panthers conversation, Ethan, but you absolutely know ball. Even bringing up Juwan Jennings being a dirty guy. Question for you. If the Jets offer you 2 first-round picks for Bryce Young, are you saying yes?
I will never put Bryce Young in that type of torture. And if you could, please put free Breece Hall in the clip because he needs to get freed from the poverty franchise. They just traded Justin Fields, and they're hoping to get Ty Simpson, who could be a hit or miss. But depending on that, saying that, well, I'm not saying, I forgot his name. He was from BYU. He was good at BYU. But think about Ty Simpson. He was good at Alabama, but not this year. He wasn't that good because Ryan Williams sucked. And, so if you put him in that perspective, what weapons does he have except for Adon Mitchell? And he has done nothing in the recent games. So I am not putting Bryce Young in any of that torture. Even if you offer me 5 first-round picks, any bad teams, maybe I would accept the Tennessee Titans, but Bryce Young's my GOAT, so I don't think I could. I believe in him from the start, even from the first time the season started with an interception from him. I got mad, but I didn't stop believing in him. He's gonna do good in life, and he's gonna be definitely a future caliber quarterback like Matthew Stafford.
He's gonna absolutely be future caliber. Wow, Ethan, unbelievable stuff. You are the man. You said there was one more thing you wanted to talk about. Guess what? You earned it, bro. What was the other thing?
So, if I just want to say to all Connecticut fans in football, if you are a Patriots fan, you guys suck because I've seen your schedule, and you've had the easiest schedule since maybe 1979. And this is just sarcasm. And this is not sarcasm. Well, it may be exaggeration for 1979, but they're easy. It's so easy. The Saints through Dolphins, that's who they play. give the Raiders or Tennessee Titans that schedule, and they will be a future playoff team or maybe a playoff team. And then they play, and I hate how this worked out for all of them, because then they play Denver with Stidham playing, and then they play CJ Stroud, who we already know. CJ Stroud is like a Lamar. He cannot play in the playoffs. And there is just such an easy path for them. And yes, we could see also in the Houston Texans game that Drake May was struggling because the defense was good. That's what happens when you play a good team. The only thing that happened was that they got smoked on national TV from the Seahawks on the biggest stage and embarrassed themselves because they played an actual team that actually wins games, then ties them and loses. So there's like, I just hate how the Patriots said, at least we made it to the Super Bowl. At least we made it to the Super Bowl. How did the wild card go? We already beat the Rams, and we almost beat them because this first round tight end that the Rams barely used and they drafted scored a touchdown. Barely. And Jalen Coker is so good. Undrafted from Holy Cross has been electric. Maybe we don't even need to draft a wide receiver in this draft class. Maybe we don't, because we have Jalen Coker, who is super good. Xavier Legette, I wouldn't mind trading to. Give us a couple of picks. And we also got 2 fifth-round picks for using something for a better pick than a 7th-round pick, because we don't have a 7th-round pick in our draft. So, saying this out loud, the Patriots are now going to get a harder schedule because they were a Super Bowl team. And now they will face a 3-14 season or something like that. I couldn't have said it better myself. Ethan, you are the absolute man. I'm going to give you one of these. Electric call, one of the best callers that we have in general. Brother, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence today. God bless you. And we'd love to talk to you again sometime soon, bro. Okay. Thank you.
All right, brother. Peace. So when there's someone who calls in that is like particularly incredible, I always make sure to make a contact card for them. Ellie De La Cruz can go like I might murder Ellie De La Cruz right now for getting thrown out at second base like that. I'm playing Blorp right now, but I'm making Ethan a contact card. He deserves one. Ethan. Boom. Why? And a run will score for Cincinnati. It's Ian Stewart. 15-minute call. It was an 18-minute call. It took you a month to make me a contact card, and I was blocked for a week. You were blocked, Oreo, at one point? Add to create contact. There we go. Ethan. Dude, that guy was unbelievable, so electric. He knows his ball. He knows his stuff. I'm realizing that I didn't build out the TikTok in the correct way. I'm also getting, hey, DND. You just got it with do not disturb. Bro, I'm not, and Paprika on this, I'm not the biggest do not disturb guy ever. Sometimes, though, I be getting some texts where I don't want them. Oh, when I hit that DND, it feels so good. Do you ever get someone that texts you, and then you're like, oh, dude, this guy texted me, and then you go to respond to it, and they're on DND, and I see that stupid little purple text, hey, soft, gentle baby girl is on do not disturb mode right now. They're not receiving notifications. Hey, send it anyway. Every time. Send anyway. Boom. I don't care. I'm actually on D&D right now, and I'm trying to have like my mental health be respected by those who are willing to contact me. Hey, you do customer service for a bikini company, you loser. Gosh dang. I will text you when I want to text you. I will send notifications when I want to send notifications. If you're on Do Not Disturb between the hours of the morning, 8 a.m., call it 8 a.m. If you're on Do Not Disturb between the hours of 8 a.m. and 7 p.m., you have something physically wrong with you. Your anxiety is so bad, you're on meds. You either live in New York, LA, or Chicago because you're a dirty, filthy liberal. If you are on, how do I put this? If you are on Do Not Disturb between the hours of 8 a.m. and 7 p.m., you voted for Hillary, Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris with gusto. Not in a bad way. Eugenio Suarez scores from first base. Let's go. 2-out triple from Steer. Ashcraft is getting blown up. The Pirates absolutely stink. The Pirates absolutely stink right now. If you're on Do Not Disturb mode during the middle of the day, what's going on in your life that you are so insanely busy that you got to be on D&D? I know people who are on D&D around the clock. I just don't like when people text me. Hey, guess what? You're also the same guy that's sad at like 2 p.m. on a Saturday because no one wants to hang out with you. Maybe I did, and I looked at my phone. I'm like, oh, he's on D&D. He doesn't want to receive notifications. All right. Notify this. Notify this. Yeah, I think it's less of like a, hey, I'm busy, I can't receive texts or calls right now. The only time I go on D&D is if I'm doing something, if I'm live. If I'm focusing in on what I have to focus on. When it needs to 100% be a tool for focus. If you're just using it because you have anxiety, and when people hit you up, it gives you anxiety, you need to figure out how close the nearest mental hospital is and check yourself in, because you're crazy. What a sad, horrible life to live. Hey, just don't respond. I had someone the other day tell me, like, every time they receive a text, every time their phone buzzes, they get a rush of anxiety. What's wrong with you? Are you full of microplastics? What's the actual reason? I hear it from like so many people up top. Your generation's so soft. The kids are so soft nowadays. Oh, the new generation is screwed. They're so soft. COVID messed them up. AI is destroying the youth. What is it? How are kids out here so cracked out on ADHD medication? Cracked out of their minds on Vyvanse, on time-release Vyvanse, to study for a third grade final that doesn't matter. Your high school education is not going to do crap for you when you're smoking heaters and drinking tall boys in the back of an F-150 after laying construction for 18 hours a day. Shout out to all the construction workers. I absolutely love you guys. That was not a slight to you. That's a slight to all the like dumb idiot students right now that are just huffing methamphetamine basically in order to be able to focus for an essay about like saying about like what's his name? Tom something. Crack down on methamphetamines because you got to write an essay that's due by tomorrow on To Kill a Mockingbird. You got to talk Scout and Gem and Atticus Finch. School's important, dude. Come on. ES17, I know. I went to school. But I'm smart and level-headed, and I don't need any sort of medication to help me study for an exam about, like, fractions. I think most people are smart enough, too. They're just like, I can't focus. And their parents are like, all right, let me give you drugs. Hey, you should start taking hard drugs. You're 13 now. Here, try these. It's methamphetamine. Ding dong. I want to be less, I just got a 24 on my fractions test. ES17, you failed. ES17, love you, brother, but you probably did not pass. ES17, I absolutely love you, brother, but a 24 is borderline AUTISTIC. And not the good kind. ES17, you might be taking a new test soon. It's called an REDAR, right? RETARD test. The Pirates are so horrible run. Bro, my school got a field trip in the really cool parts of PNC Park. It was really, really cheap. Like, we got to go in the writer's booth where the media sits. That is awesome. I know. The fact that I spelled that word wrongly out loud while trying to say it in a derogatory way, it just backfired on me so fast. I sound like an absolute loser. I'm going to hit the road, Zach. The D&D people, though, that are 24/7 D&D, get a life. I know one person that is very, 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 very busy all the time. and does a lot of big work and does a lot of big projects and tours all over the world and is a very famous person. They're on D&D all the time because their phone is constantly blowing up, and I totally understand that one. But, dude, your homie that you knew that, like, transferred to your school and you've been friends with for, like, 2 years in college, it's like you're 6 years removed from that now, and you, like, talk to him every once in a while, and you go to text him, you see him on D&D, get out of here. I know where you are. I know where you live. I know what you do. Arizona's beating Michigan, said Val. I don't think so at all, Val. I don't think Arizona's looked that good recently. Michigan hasn't played anyone. Michigan hasn't played anybody? I hear that, and I understand that, as Zach Neto flies out to PCA to start the game. Go Halos. I absolutely hear that. Yeah, you're right, actually. Val, you are completely right. Shout out to you, Doug. You are right. What? I know. ES17 said your takes are bad. I got 100 on my... your takes are bad. UConn and Arizona are winning. Arizona hasn't looked that good. Is that your hot take? That's crazy. Zona beat Purdue by 15 after having an atrocious first half. Yeah, they were down in the first half. They didn't look very good in the first half of that game. I was really nervous about that. They did not look great in the first half of that game as Mike Trout swings through a fastball. My one worry about Arizona, specifically Arizona, they don't shoot threes well. They don't shoot a lot of them, which is fine, but they don't shoot them well when they do shoot it. If they get down 10 points to Michigan, it's going to be really hard to battle back with just twos. And a team that can't shoot threes, it's harder to get yourself back into games. The teams that we find upsetting teams and are able to make it happen with these late game heroics, those are typically teams that are able to put it in from three. And Arizona has the guys that can shoot. They haven't been shooting well, though. And they don't shoot a whole lot. And what they want to do is play the game inside. And for me, playing the game inside and trying to score that way, all of your strengths as Arizona feeds into the defensive strengths of Michigan. They're like this, bro, oh, you want to play inside? Come on over. Would love to have you try to get shots off inside. Because Koa Pete's their guy, and Koa Pete is not that big. He's not that big. I'm not looking at Koa Pete as like being this physical dominant player inside the paint for them and leading them and willing them to victory. Full count for Mike Trout. Can he add a 17th walk for his start to the season? Yeah, they played the worst half of the season, came out and won by 22. They outscored 22 to what in the second half? Bootish. Mike Trout pops up. Do you think Duke choked that game or UConn just pulled it together? Oh, foul ball. Never mind. A little bit of both, but I don't think it was as much a choke job as people think. ES17, a lot of people were saying that they should not advance the ball. UConn had the possession arrow on their side. All right, see you, Oreo. So if they do not advance the ball, or if UConn traps and they force a jump ball, it's UConn's ball. There was also 10 seconds left on the clock. So the 8-second violation was still in play for Duke. They couldn't just sit in a corner with the ball and be like, foul me, foul me, foul me. Because UConn was going to go for a trap and go for a jump ball. Or ultimately just trap them hard enough to not allow them to cross the line within 8 seconds and then get the ball with 2 seconds. So John Shire and Duke, they did the right thing. They were supposed to advance the ball. They were supposed to get through. Mike Trout struck out. So I don't think it was like as much of a choke job as a lot of people are saying, basically. So you think Caden was fine with passing it? The guy was open. He made a bad pass, but he was double-teamed. He's a freshman. He's 18 years old. I don't know about you, but when I was 18, I made some dumb decisions too. So I feel bad. He's a kid. He's a freshman. That's why I like teams with older guards. I like teams with older guard play. I like teams that have guys that have been here and been around it. Guys who have struggled. Guys who have been to the dance before. Guys who have been in those late game situations. Caden's a good basketball player. He knows basketball, but these AAU circuits are not teaching like fundamental situational basketball, right? They're not sitting here like, hey, with 10 seconds on the clock and they have the possession arrow, this is the situation, this is what you do. That's not the game. The game is, hey, go up and put up points. Splash threes. Splash. But ultimately, I don't think Duke necessarily choked in that game. Do you think he's a legit D1 player or should play D3? I think Caden's definitely held his own at Duke in the ACC in a tough conference. I didn't watch him to be like he's out of place. I don't think he's an NBA talent. I also don't think Cameron Boozer's a talent, an NBA talent. Sorry. Cameron Boozer's going to be an NBA talent. He's 6'9", he's built, he's got a good frame, he's a good basketball player. I don't think he's going to be a extraordinary basketball player. He's going to be a good rotational guy. I think he's a guy that gives you 5 or 6 seasons of 15 per game with 8 boards a game. That would be nice. That would be like my probably ceiling for Cameron Boozer. Thunder win tonight. JD Walker, big Thunder fan. I'm with you on that one. The Thunder versus Pistons play tonight. They're starting that game at 6:30, I believe, so like 2 hours from now. Nolan Sonoma with a drive. It's caught. I do think the Thunder are going to win the game or should win the game. The Pistons got to run into one at some point, though. Dennis Jenkins has been putting up good points. Tobias Harris has been scoring well. They got no Cade, obviously, but Duren's going to be a problem for Chet. I think the whole matchup comes down to Chet versus Duren. Because you know the other guys are going to get theirs, but I don't think Chet has the body to guard Jalen Duren. I think Jalen Duren's going to be able to feast if they're able to get the ball into him inside. I can see maybe a closer game than most people think. On the road for the Pistons, listen, the Pistons are a really, really good team against top 10 teams. The Pistons are 15-6, I believe, against top 10 teams, which is the best in the country. They're 15-6 against the top 10. And they're 10-3 without Cade on the floor. So not having Cade is like a thing. Duren's out, Thunder are winning. All right, done with that. The whole thing was like Duren versus Chet, and now Duren's out. Man, it sucks that at the end of the season, like right as I'm looking at every game, I'm like, dude, every game rocks. Anthony Edwards goes down, Cade goes down. I'm like, we just had all the stars healthy. J-Dub came back. All the stars were healthy. Boom. Cade Cunningham punctured lung. Anthony Edwards tweaked something gay. Pissed me off. Made me so mad. And so is Tobias and Duncan. They're selling. The Pistons are absolutely selling. What's the spread? Not saying we should be participating in any of those kind of shenanigans, but the spread on there has got to be very interesting. I will say a little bit of an NBA trick. Who's your top 3 in the upcoming class? ES17, I don't know the upcoming class. Are you talking about the top 3 that are going to be drafted into the NBA draft? Like Darren Peterson, like DeBonsta and those guys? Minus 11.5 for OKC. I will say, though, when there is a situation like this where all the stars are out, that team tends to cover. Up to you. Yes. Okay. My top 3 guys going into the NBA draft. I haven't done the most amount of research, which is the dumbest excuse ever, because it's more of an eye test for me. With NBA talent, it's less of like a stats and metrics and time played and where you play. It's more of an eye test. So I love Darius Acuff. I think he's a legit scorer. I think he's got legit like Devin Booker type skill to him. Maybe even a John Wall character. Darius Acuff is going to be very, very good at basketball. I like him a lot personally. I think I'm higher on Darren Peterson than I am AJ DeBonsta, but I am high on both of them. All 3 of those guys, Peterson, DeBonsta, and who did I just name? Acuff. If you watched the tournament, there was not a single game where they got played out of a game, right? Where they put up 20 and their team lost. And they're like, oh, man, but I put up 20. No, they put up 35, 36, 39, 40 points if they needed to in these losing efforts. I know none of their teams won, but these guys went out and did everything they possibly could to get the win. Caleb Wilson, for me, is the best defensively. The kid's length, the kid's hop. I love Caleb Wilson. He's in my top 3, for sure. Coming off the injury, too, I'm fine with it. I don't really care about the injury too much. I'm good with him. So I got Acuff. And I got Caleb Wilson, and then between those other 2, Cameron Boozer is not on this list. I'm not in on Cameron Boozer at all. I am 100% leaning towards AJ DeBonsta. That kid is an absolute monster, and I know that's not a shock, but I do have Caleb Wilson and Darius Acuff above him personally, which is kind of crazy, but it's what I feel. What do you think is the best fit for the Nets, dog? I mean, there's so many things the Nets need. They just need talent, dude. They just need a talented person out there. Michael Porter Jr. is quietly having like an MVP caliber season. Like he's playing so well. So like I love MPJ. Is he going to be on that team again? I don't know. I don't know. Claxton is a good center. I don't think they need forward. I don't think they need center. I think they need guard. They still have Clowney. Zaire Williams had a decent season. They need a guard. They need one of these three dudes. They need Peterson. They need Wilson. They need Acuff, or they need DeBonsta. Those are my thoughts. But we're going to call right now. Hello, what is up? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from? All right, they hung up. As Bregman pops up on the infield. No, shallow center. Like a Bush on first. 2 outs. One out. There are NBA games going on as we speak, and there are NBA games coming up tonight that we are going to be covering in the final hour of the day. And JCM with the follow. Dog, you're my only follow of the day. Today's been a struggle, bro. Today's been tough. See that number? 2, 3. Last week it was like 50-ish, like 20 to 50 in there. And it was very nice because we had a steady flow of people talking ball and hanging out and calling into the show. And today I don't have that luxury. And so the entire 4-hour show that I'm doing is pretty much me chit-chatting, but we did have an incredible 18-minute call from my guy Ethan from Connecticut and then our guy Buffalo Bill. We did have some great sustaining phone calls. Some people calling in and having a great time. I think right now I've got 8 minutes left until my second break. I might as well just explain my top 10 list to you guys. And if anybody wants to call in, do your thing. But JCM, I do appreciate you following the show. I got the Spurs at number 1. Actually, let's do my MVP take. MVP take is way more fun. Paprika. I'll go from the bottom to the top. At number 5, I got Shea. I have Shea at number 5 for my MVP take. He is unbelievably efficient this year, shooting 55, 38, 88 on the season. He's pretty much second behind Luka in every single offensive stat. He is awesome. He's having a great season. He's 17th this year in assists per game. I don't even know where he's at rebounds-wise. And his team seems pretty fine without him. I hate to be this guy, but that's kind of my thing. Shea's right now averaging 4 boards a game. They've looked good without him. The Thunder have looked pretty fine without Shea. Obviously, they look better with him. But there's someone in the same conference playing better offensively and out-hooping him pretty much every single night. He's the best pure scorer in the game. But this year, Luka is better. Luka has been better than Shea on offense. His team is fine without him on the floor. They seem to not skip a beat when he's out there or when he comes back in. He's very, very solid defensively. I'm not gonna lie, he's very good defensively, but he's also surrounded by 4 stud defensemen. Your defense is naturally going to get better when you have 4 dudes helping that are elite defenders, and he has that. For me, you cannot be the MVP if you are second in every major offensive category. And for some of them, not even close to the top. At 4, I have Wemby. Wemby at 4. Listen, Victor Wembanyama has 11 games now with 10 combined steals and blocks over the 3 seasons that he's been in the league. The rest of the league combined has 5 such games over the past 3 seasons. Wemby has 10. Sorry. Wemby has 11 of those games now. The rest of the league combined has 5 over the past 3 years. He's the best player in the league. Victor Wembanyama is. He's the biggest cheat code that we have. He's the reason the Spurs have 56 wins right now and are close to a 1 seed. He's got a cheat code body. He's a cheat code. There's nothing you can do about him sometimes. He's a passing game away from being the most dominant player that we have in the league. Being the most dominant player that we've ever seen, maybe. If he could develop a passing game, boy, oh boy, Victor Wembanyama is going to be tough to stop. But I have him at 4. Ultimately, I think the team is like relatively good around him, and they're kind of fine when he's not on the floor. They're a decent team when he's not out there. He changes things for this team when he's out there. He changes. But they play a different brand of basketball without him, and it's still a decent brand. I'm not saying because he's on a good team he can't win MVP. I don't think that he has the elite offensive game to back up his elite defense. He's a runaway decoy. Runaway decoy. But to be MVP, I really, really think it's more of an offensive award than a defensive award. So once he gets that passing game going and he's able to round out his stats a little bit, play some minutes, I'm absolutely all over Wembanyama MVP. What's up, Ant Pro? First time chatter. Welcome to the show, brother. We're doing our top 5 MVPs right now. I got them right there for you. At number 3, I have AJ Brown. At number 3, give me Jaylen Brown, dude. This guy is the definition of valuable. This is the definition of valuable player. Without him, the Celtics are not a 2 seed in the East. Without Jaylen Brown, the Celtics are not looked at as the favorite to win the Eastern Conference. He's made them a title contender. It wasn't Jason Tatum potentially coming back. It's not Pritchard. It's not Shireman. It's not Derek White. It's not Joe Mazzulla. It's not Brad Stevens. Jaylen Brown is the reason that the Celtics are a title contender. For that reason, you are a very, very valuable player to your team. In fact, some might even say the most valuable. His usage rates are unbelievable. He deserves every MVP vote he gets. If he doesn't get a single vote, I'm going to be very, very upset. Not really. Number 2, I got Jokic. He's averaging a triple-double. If you average a triple-double, and to be fair with you, I have Luka at number 1. In like all seriousness through and through, because you know I'm all about being serious. Ugh. Jokic is the best player in the league. He's averaging a triple-double. He's averaging the best game that your favorite player has ever had. There's guys in the league that have never had a triple-double. There's very, very good basketball players that have never had a triple-double. And Jokic is averaging one. SGA triple-doubles. To put it in perspective, SGA has recorded 2 career triple-doubles. He has 2 career triple-doubles over his entire life as a basketball player in the NBA. Jokic is averaging that. That is his baseline. Shea has 2 ever. Shea has 2 ever. Luka has 8 this year. Luka Doncic has 8 triple-doubles this year. Jokic is averaging a triple-double. Shea has 2 his entire career. What on earth makes you think that he's the most valuable player? What part of Shea's game are you like, that's the most valuable player in the entire basketball league? What part? His efficiency? What about the fact that he doesn't even shoot or make 2 threes per game in a 3-dominated league? You like the way that he puts up field goals and can get a bucket? Me too. But I've seen a lot of guys in my lifetime who could go out and get a bucket. Jamal Crawford could go out and get a bucket. Lou Will could go out and get a bucket. Yes, Shea's on the best team in the league. He's on the best team. He is on the best team in the league. And he's scoring at will. I totally understand it, and I absolutely hear you. But what part of you thinks that makes him the most valuable player? When you have a dude in Denver averaging a triple-double, and you have a dude named Luka averaging 39 points per game, 8 boards, and 7 assists in the last 10 games of this season. He's got more points, more threes, more rebounds, more assists, more steals in more minutes than SGA. Luka has more points, more threes, more rebounds, more assists, and more steals than SGA. Jokic is averaging a triple-double. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has had 2 triple-doubles his entire life. Luka has 8 just this season alone. Victor Wembanyama is the most dominant defensive force we've ever seen in a walking bucket. Oh, he's also 4-1 against the Thunder this season. Can someone please, like I'm a 5th grader, explain to me why they think Shea should be the MVP? It makes zero sense to me, but guess what? It's not about it making sense to me. It's about making sense to the world. Maybe I'm the biggest idiot in the universe. What does Shea do that Luka can't? What does Shea do that Jokic can't? The crazy part about this is everything that Shea does, Luka can also do, and Jokic can also do. But Shea cannot rebound like Jokic. He cannot pass like either of them. He's a great closer. I'll give you that. He's efficient. He's a hooper. He's a pure hooper. But for me, that is about it. I'm about to take a 5-minute break. 5-minute break. We're going into the final hour of the show, hour 4, where we just lay back, relax, kick it, do some show notes, talk some ball, watch some games together, and ultimately hang out and have fun. It's going to be a good time. I will see you guys in 5 minutes. How you doing, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Calling from Tustin. Name's Nana.
Oh my gosh, Nana, how you doing? This is my grandmother. My grandmother's calling in the show. Guys in the chat, drop a Nana in the chat. Nana, how are you doing?
I'm doing very good. I've got you put you on at noon, and I've got you live in my living room.
Okay.
And I really like it, and you're doing a good job.
Good. Did you see the band person that we were talking about?
Yeah.
There you go. Everyone's dropping nanas all over the chat. This is awesome. People are loving it. And the TikTok. Guys, if you want to hear this conversation, I'm on the phone right now with my grandma. You can follow us over here on the other apps if you want to. So, Nana, you are an avid sports fan. What's up, Lil C? So, my grandma's on the phone right now. You're an avid sports fan. And one of my favorite things about you is your love for the Anaheim Angels. And that started when you were very, very young, correct?
Very, very, very young. Yeah, right. And I do love those Angels.
And every single game, you listen to every game on the radio.
Yes, I do.
Is there a do you prefer it over the TV?
Oh, because I can't stand those two announcers on television. Okay. All they do is talk about fastballs, slow balls, any balls. I don't care about what went across the plate. I want to know more about the players themselves, a little bit of strategy into the game, and that. I don't care about those balls.
So you don't care that the guy's throwing a slider. You want to know that he grew up in Mission Viejo and he went to this high school and his mom worked at a church his entire life. You want to learn that stuff.
Some of that, but not all of it. But I'd like to learn some strategy. Like, why do they bunt the ball in some of the situations? You know, so they could share some strategy with the people that are listening on the radio.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, when baseball was first around, the only way to really get the games was on the radio. It took a while for you to be able to see all the games on television, correct?
Are we talking are we still talking Angels or are we talking ancient history?
Well, so we'll talk all because the Angels started in the 60s, correct?
Yes.
So then what was like you grew up in Denver and you guys didn't have a team. So what was your team before the Angels were around?
Oh, the New York Yankees. They were the top team back then. You know, they had some really key players there. They had Babe Ruth and those guys. And like I told you, we didn't see the scores on radio or television. Well, we didn't have TV, but at the schools, they would put out the big chalkboards and they would put the game on the chalkboards inning by inning so we knew what the score was. And that was for the World Series.
So at school during the World Series, the teacher was like doing a live box score so everyone knew what was going on?
That I don't know because they just had the chalkboard placed outside, so when you went out for recess, you got the scores out there.
That's so cool. And it really was at that time, like baseball was America's pretty much like premier sport. Like everyone was a baseball fan, right?
Yeah, basically, yes, because all the games were mostly back east. And, Denver didn't have anything, and it was, and like you said, it was baseball, the game to watch. And there was some basketball, but not like today.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons I love baseball so much is because you always loved baseball. And you imparted that on me, and you got to watch me play a lot of baseball. Some of the guys in the chat, I've told them that I was one of the best baseball players to ever exist in Orange County. I'm very humble about it. Can you just tell them how good?
Truly were.
There we go.
When you got out on that mound, I mean, hey, it was lights out. You know that.
There we go. Thank you, Nana. Do you have before we let you go? I mean, obviously you're probably hanging out today, having some fun, and we absolutely love that you're listening to the show. It really makes me so happy to know that you're listening along. Do you have a particular baseball memory, being a young girl, growing up with the sport for so long? Do you have a particular baseball memory? Nope. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. I saw my Nana the other day, actually. I took her out to lunch. It was really, really fun. We got deviled eggs. Did anybody else here know that deviled eggs are making a comeback? And I'm not saying like the regular deviled eggs that you would have at like Easter or whatever. I'm talking about like... No, I actually am. I am just talking about regular deviled eggs. But deviled eggs seem to be making a comeback. In such a fashion that I'm seeing them popping up at like new, nice, hot restaurants. Angels are down 3-0. I'm not mad about it. It sucks that we're playing in Chicago right now because I would have loved to go out to Chicago to see some of my friends that live there and watch the Angels at the same time. The zipper on my lunchbox is not working. Everything is going wrong for me today. I just talked to my dad on the break. He's like, hey, how you doing? I was like, I'm crushing it. Oh, great. 2 people are watching. Crap. It's one thing if I sucked at this. If I sucked at this, talking, and every show is like, and everything sucked, and I wasn't funny at all, and I was just a dweeb and a loser and didn't know anything about ball. If I only got four viewers, I'd be like, yeah, well, that's fine. But being good at it and not getting any viewers sucks. But. What is that, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello there.
Is that it?
I was talking about the Spurs. They are not going to take that first place for that long.
Wait. I'm sorry, brother. Wait, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Colin in Arkansas.
Nice, dude. What part of Arkansas? I have my buddy as a firefighter in Little Rock.
Northwest Arkansas. Springdale.
Nice. And what can we call you?
CJ.
CJ from Arkansas. Dude, who are you? What team are you a fan of over there in Arkansas? Because I don't know what professional team.
It is the it's the Panthers.
The Panthers, and then for NBA?
NBA wise, it is the Raptors.
That makes a lot of sense. A lot of Toronto people moving from Toronto to Arkansas, and so that's you're the fan.
I'm born and raised here. I just like that team.
You like the Raptors? Is it a logo thing? Is it the colors? Was it Kawhi in 2019?
It's a logo. I played I forget which 2K it was, but I think it was like the 2018 one. But they were my favorite team from that logo.
They were a really good team. Who's your favorite Raptor of all time, and why is it DeMar DeRozan?
I just watch them. I don't really have a favorite team and teammate on there.
Are you Goku fan 2308 or 9?
Yes.
Dude, you're absolutely awesome. You are so electric. What did you can I ask you a couple questions just about your life before we talk about ball? Do you go to school or do you work?
Currently a junior in high school.
Nice. Do you ever do any cooking around the house?
I made this amazing chicken Alfredo spaghetti with a little bit of garlic, cut up garlic in it.
Chicken Alfredo spaghetti with some cut up garlic. Did you cut up onions
It's
or just the
spaghetti.
G?
Instead of red sauce, it's white sauce, and put some garlic in there.
But for noodles, you're still going with spaghetti instead of fettuccine?
Angel hair. I use angel hair in mine.
It's a classic. What is it about angel hair that does it for you? You just like the feeling of it? Is it like a texture thing? Texture. Yeah, absolutely. How often are you cooking meals for the family? Do you live at home with the family, or do you have a unique living situation?
I live with the family.
Nice. Mom and dad, or just mom, just dad?
Mom, stepdad.
That's pretty cool. Is stepdad nice?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Did you get him any? Is he like? Yeah. Is he close enough that you like? Do you get him stuff for Christmas?
Yeah, close enough to get him stuff for Christmas.
I don't know if you remember, but was there something in particular this Christmas that you received that was especially bang on? That was nice.
The Nintendo Switch OLED first edition, the first Switch edition OLED.
You got is that the new Switch, Switch 2?
No, I want to though.
Well, you got time on that, dude. What game do you play on the Switch? Are you a Smash guy or are you a kart brother?
Currently I'm a Pokemon ZA.
I wasn't even expecting that as an absolute electric answer. I had a weird question someone asked me the other day, and I was wondering if I could ask you. They said, yeah, what do you in particular remember a birthday party from your childhood that was particularly awesome?
So there was this time I was at an arcade near me. Birthday cake had a Mario thing on it.
Sure.
And then I had it for about maybe 5 or 6 years, and then we decided to throw it away, the top of it.
You had a cake. Oh, like a topper?
Yeah, the topper I had for years, and then we decided to throw it away.
You threw it away. Do you remember what birthday this was? Were you 12?
Can't remember.
Yeah.
That's all I remember about that birthday.
And you had it at the arcade. Is that a typical birthday for you, or are you more of an outdoors guy?
Typically, my birthdays are at Silver City.
At where? Sorry.
Silver City, the amusement park.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. So you're a roller coaster head.
Yeah.
Is there a one roller coaster in particular that has been scarier than others, or have they all been pretty nuts for you?
The most scariest thing I've done is zip line in Tennessee.
You ziplined in Tennessee?
Yeah, it was like the zip line parkour type thing. You had to go like 4 stories high, and then as soon as I look down, hits me. I'm scared of heights. 4 stories up.
Oh, bro, were you at like a summer camp or something, or are you hanging with the fam?
Hanging with the fam.
Dude, the scariest thing that I've ever done is ask a girl out on a date that I liked. It was terrifying.
Yeah, my current one, we've been dating since October 17th of last year.
Oh, so it's going nice. It's going strong.
Yeah.
Do you guys go out on dates ever, or is it kind of just like chill at each other's houses?
We go out.
What's the last date that you guys went on? What like restaurant did you go to?
Last Thursday we went to Branson and did some go-karts.
That's a fun date, dude. Go-karting is a very, very fun date. Did you rear-end her?
No.
Okay.
Even though I very much wanted to.
Oh God, brother! I know, brother. I've been there before. I know you wanted to. So you said this.
Dude,
I'm
watching the live stream right now. And
You're
it's kind of like way back. I don't see your phone in your hand at all.
No, I have my phone is through my computer. I have a Zoom phone.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, it's a computer phone. I have my regular phone. There was no shot I could give my regular phone number out, but my regular phone.
I actually watched the Crispy 100 Dono.
Just now?
No, like a couple days ago, maybe a week.
Couple days ago, and you saw me on there. Oh yeah, I see you followed 3 days ago. I just saw that. That crispy video was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. Have you ever made a YouTube video before?
Hold on. See if you could pull up on your thing to on YouTube and then search up Goku fan dash B6U.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll listen to you. I'm subservient. I can't watch it, but I'll see if I can just find you. Is that okay?
Yeah, it'll be Goku Black. That's the profile pic.
Black Goku.
Goku Black. It's like a anime character.
Yeah, he looks just like Idris Elba, right?
Well, he looks like Goku, but has black clothes on.
Yeah, Goku but black. Wait, so it's Goku fan. What is it?
But -sign V6U.
V6U. Goku fan dash V6U. I don't think it's popping up.
Weird.
Yeah.
Did you put his face in it? Hold on, let me full screen this. No, you put V6U. I said B.
I'm such an idiot. I'm a loser.
You're fine.
Okay. There you are.
Yeah, that first profile thing. Thank you. Just hit 3, thanks.
Alright.
It's been a long road since 2024.
You started your channel in 2024?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have any other meme? Yeah, do you have any other meme pages out there? Because it seems like you got a good knack for comedy.
I'm a Twitch streamer too.
Oh, nice, dude. What kind of stuff do you stream?
I haven't streamed for a while, but I streamed, I think, Fortnite.
Yeah. I've never played a single game of Fortnite. I think I'd be horrible at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for your confidence in me. CJ, brother, we usually talk about sports. Did you have any sports takes you wanted to get off your chest, or just any takes about life? Like, is there any race that you particularly like more than another one? Is there any religion that's been bringing you down? What's up?
Well, next week on next Tuesday, I'm starting my trials for tennis.
Let's go. You're doing trials. What does that even mean?
Tryouts, it means I'm trying out for the school team, and I'm actually kind of nervous now talking about it.
Oh, dude, why are you nervous? Have you been practicing? Have you been playing tennis your whole life, or is this a new thing for you?
Well, tryouts, I get as soon as I go to the tryouts, I get tense. Like when you first go up to your crush and then try to ask him, and they say no, and then you just go downhill from there.
It's like it's the walking up to her and saying hello.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty. Do you know what the tryout consists of physically or mentally?
No.
Do you know what it's going to require from you as a time commitment?
Just an hour.
Oh wow, that's a quick. Oh, so 2 days, 1 hour each.
Yeah.
That's a quick tryout. You have to impress them right off the bat.
Yeah, and I've basically done tennis my whole life. I started off with my mom as a child, and then it just grew on me.
You have a good forehand, backhand. You move well.
Yeah, I'm pretty nimble.
Can I get your physical measurements?
5'6", 216 pounds.
Yeah, that's a good sport for you then. And you said you're nimble at that stature?
Well, I originally played baseball. If I can video call you, I could show you my stuff.
I haven't figured that part out. I would love to see you. I'd love to see him physical embodiment of you, but I haven't figured that part out there. But you used to play baseball?
Yeah, I have 3 trophies and a baseball bat from my childhood.
3 trophies is a lot. You must have been on good teams.
Yeah, I was on, I think, the Diamondbacks and the New York somethings.
The New York somethings? I've never heard of them. I've only heard of the Yankees.
No, yeah, I think it was something with the gray on it. I just can't remember the state for it.
Some gray team. And so you grew up playing tennis and baseball?
Well, the tennis part was in school, but the baseball part was public.
So I've learned a lot about you. You're a go-kart guy. You're a roller coaster guy. You're a Mario guy. You're a Pokemon guy, a baseball guy, a tennis guy. You're a big guy. You got a lot of things going. I know how much you weigh. What are you most talented at, CJ? What's your biggest talent?
Well, recently I made some figurines of Transformers from, I think, G1. I can't. Hold on. Let me open this really quickly.
Yeah, take your time. While you look that up, Oreo, what White Sox, did they come back? I have 2 pitchers going tonight right now in fantasy. I think I have 3 guys going in fantasy. Oh my gosh. Michael Bush just went yard, or Ian Happ just went yard. It's 4-0 Cubs.
And
Ryan
another
Johnson.
thing about me is I have a full shoebox of Hot Wheels.
I'm so glad that I know that now. I was actually wondering if you had my next question was going to be, do you have any cool collectibles? And it seems like you have some pretty cool collectibles.
And full thing, you know those Walmart popcorn buckets with the 3 popcorns in it?
Yes, I do.
Full thing of rocks of that.
You have a full popcorn bucket of rocks?
Yes.
Can I'm going to just say it. Why?
Just some of them are fossils.
Whoa, like legit fossils?
Yeah. Do you know how to use Google Meet?
No.
So basically, I put your phone number in, and I video call it, and it just pops up as a thing. Then you answer it, and then it shows the thing.
Oh, I don't have the source lined up right now with OBS. I have an issue doing that stuff in video calls with OBS. My computer always overheats really fast.
Zoom is a good one too, and that works on computers.
Zoom does work on computers. You can always send me videos on Twitter or Instagram and tag me and stuff, and then I'll answer those.
Yeah, I don't use those. I use Snapchat.
I like the idea of you know what? This is technically sports radio, so I do like the idea of just having the picture be painted in our minds, and we don't necessarily get to see the visual. We just get to visualize it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Holy.
Yeah.
There goes my dog.
Oh, no. Did you just drop your dog?
Dock. It's not where my Switch charges. I got stuck on a cord and pulled it.
Yeah. Do you own any guns?
If you call a wooden gun that your great grandfather made for you, yeah.
Oh, I'll count it. So you have 1 gun, 1,000 Hot Wheels, and a bucket full of rocks.
Yeah. Where did I put that? I'm trying to find my other one.
Your other bucket of.
No, there it is. I have a Fortnite revolver, the Nerf one.
The Nerf Fortnite. I know that one.
Yeah, I have it.
That's actually really. It sounds like you have a lot of cool, like gadgets and toys and stuff.
Yeah, and I am currently gunslinging it right now.
Dude, you're whipping it around your finger like that?
Yeah.
Now, is the biggest thing that you collect Hot Wheels and rocks?
Yeah, Pokemon cards included because I have a whole binder full of it.
You have a full binder of Pokemon cards. You have a bucket full of rocks, and you have 1,000 Hot Wheels. Where do you keep all this stuff, CJ?
My room.
Wow. Do you collect anything else?
Not that I could think of.
Yeah. It's okay. I appreciate you thinking for us. CJ, this is so interesting. We've talked a little bit about your past, about your present. I'd love to talk about your future, if that's cool with you. Are you trying to go to college, or are you thinking you're going to work right away? Because you only got one more year of high school after this. Huh?
I'm going to trade school.
Going to trade school? What kind of trade are you going to get into?
Probably welding.
Welding. I would trust you with hot metals like that. Is there anything in particular you want to do in welding? Because I know a few guys that are like more creative on the welding side, and then there's the more practical side of welding. Where do you lie?
Roller coaster welds.
Roller coasters?
Yeah, and a little bit more about my past. Before my my 10th grade year, I got my first pair of Jordans.
This is such a good story. Let's go. Keep going.
So I went to the mall here in Fayetteville. Well, it's in the middle of the line of Fayetteville and Springdale.
Of course.
And going to I can't remember which store, but I see these and I'm like, yes, I need them. They were on sale for about $115. So
nice.
Let's see here. What else can I talk about?
What kind of Jordans were they? Are they ones? Are they fours? 11s?
Let me read the box because I still got the box.
Do you wear them?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Air Jordan 1 Low SE.
Are you rocking the lows? What colorway?
Red, black, white, and red, black, white.
The Chicago's.
Yeah.
Is the toe box black or red?
It has Jordan all over it.
That's right. That makes a lot more sense. Bro, you are such an electric person. I've really enjoyed getting to know you and like learn who you are. So you've done tennis your whole life. You played baseball growing up. You've got a girlfriend. You're good. You get good grades in school. You're going to be trying out for the tennis team soon. You collect Hot Wheels, Pokemon, and you have you have one gun. And you collect rocks as well. You have 2 dogs, and you are trying to become a roller coaster welder in the future.
Yeah.
CJ, you sound like a really, really cool guy, and I'm very happy and proud and glad that you called into the show. I usually keep these calls to about 10 minutes, about 5 minutes, and our call is currently at 21 minutes, and that just goes to show how interesting and awesome of a human being you are. The Lord has chosen you for something great. You have great skills, and you have great blessings on the way, CJ. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
People to me for next Friday because I got toe surgery for my ingrown toenail.
You have toe surgery next Friday?
Yeah.
Wow. Can I pray for you, brother?
Yeah. Like a couple weeks ago, maybe more, I had my wisdoms out, all 4 at one time.
You just had your wisdom teeth out, now you're getting toe surgery?
Yeah.
Your body's going through quite a transformation, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brother, that's really tough. I just wanted to pray for healing blessings and that the surgeon's hands are guided, Lord Jesus, by you, and that you're able to heal the ingrown toenail and bring our friend CJ back to a healthy lifestyle. and ultimately relieve him of his pain. Thank you, Jesus, for the blessings on the way. Amen.
Yeah, and my religion, if anyone wants to know, is Christian.
Shout out to you. Shout out to Christ. Happy Easter, CJ. Like I said, bro, you are the absolute man. We will talk to you again soon, but we're going to keep the show rolling, okay?
I'm going to keep watching.
You're the best. See you, CJ.
Yeah.
All right. Cinema. So 2 calls today. Everything about that Goku fan, about CJ, that call was awesome. Clip the Ethan call, and then I'm going to clip the call we just had with CJ. CJ, that was awesome. If I'm allowed to put that on TikTok, thank you. If not, brother, please let me do it. I said, brother, please let me do it. I have a UFC take that I want to get off my chest as we near the final 30 minutes of today's show. Today's show has been very, very fun, dude. Thank you, and yes, Goku, you're the best. Worst 5 weeks of all time. It truly was. We're getting a call, though, right now that I'm nervous about. Yeah. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from, bro?
I'm Alex. I'm back again from Friday. I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Alex from Colorado, you did call in on Friday, bro. We had an epic conversation. Thank you for watching the show and coming back to it. We had an epic weekend of sports, bro. We had some NFL news as well. You could take the reins, dog. What do you want to talk about today?
We can get into anything first, but I do want to tell you, I don't know if you know this, but I saw you have the Nuggets at 8 in the power rankings. I would drop them down to 10. Just because last night I found out from head coach David Adelman. Correct, I'm thinking of the wrong guy.
Yeah.
But they have 4 injuries that they got from the Golden State Warriors game. 2 starters. The Cam Johnson, he's going to be out. He might miss some time. He had some back spasms. So he could be done till postseason. And Aaron Gordon, his hamstring got tightened up again, so he's going to miss some time. And also Zeke Naji off the bench, he got hurt, and Spencer Jones. So they're missing some key bench players. Spencer Jones, he's a role guy, but Nuggets, they're banged up overall.
It feels like this entire bench, and I appreciate the breaking news, it seems like the entire bench all year has just not been good. Jamal Murray and Jokic have been unbelievable this year, but no one else seems to be stepping up for Denver.
Yep, that's correct, I think.
And you said Aaron Gordon's going down again?
Yep, Aaron Gordon's down again.
I mean, if when he was in the lineup he played well, I would think it's a big deal, but he's kind of been crap when he's in the offense, dude.
Oh, yeah, he is. I think today, like, I did my internship with one of the fans, and Zach Stevenson, and, Philip Lindsay, former Bronco, he said it, like,
wow.
He was like, man, by golly gee, Aaron Gordon, he hasn't played 16 games with the Nuggets, like, all in a row. He hasn't. He's just in and out of the lineup, and I think that's an issue. And then I think Aaron Gordon's not worth, I think, $24 million. I don't know. I feel like you might have to get rid of him here soon. I think the injuries are piling up. Can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
And the only thing he's good is defensively, and he can dunk, and that's pretty much it.
He's obviously a great asset for Jokic, who's the best passer that we have in the game pretty much at this point. But yeah, I'm with you. Is there any part of you that wishes you still had Michael Porter Jr., given the season that he's had in Brooklyn?
Yeah, but here's the thing. With Michael Porter, I was happy about the trade until Cam Johnson right now. He's getting hurt. I think Porter, he's had a great season for the Nets. I mean, the Nets are in playoff contention, and they're trying to fight for a play-in spot. So, right now, just the way it looks, this trade right now, it looks like it's a Nets win. It looks like the Nuggets lost just with the contract details. But you had to open up cap space just to bring in Tim Hardaway Jr. and Bruce Brown. But, that's the issue. I think if you kept Michael Porter was starting to become a cancer in the locker room. And also, his contract was too big. I don't think you want to pay a guy $42 million a year for the next 2 years. And you have to deal with an extension of Murray. You have to deal with Nikola Jokic's contract and Aaron Gordon's contract. Too many big paid max length contracts. That's just not good, and that's not sustainable. It's not healthy as a full NBA team.
No, it's not. And Alex, you put it perfectly, brother. I'm not high on Denver. I put them up on the list just because of Jokic, because he is that good. But ultimately, I don't think this team is going to be competitive in the postseason. We were watching a lot of college basketball this weekend. I've been asking everybody to predict their the final four. So who do you got winning in the final four, and then who do you have winning the Natty?
Well, I have a couple brackets still alive again. Some people said cheating, but I did 22 brackets with the ESPN challenge because I was like, I felt confident in a lot of teams, but I did a lot of remake brackets. Right now I have Arizona. That's my confident team in Michigan because, again, Michigan, they're averaging like 95 points a game.
95 points a game.
But, again, Illinois, that's a team I feel like that might be good. I feel like they have the international squad. They have 6 players that have played internationally. And I watched them play Iowa that my Hawkeyes lost, but we didn't have the size. I mean, we were the smallest team in the tournament.
What do you think about that? Like, these guys have played professional basketball overseas, and now they're playing in college. Does that seem okay with you?
No, it doesn't. I feel like it's an unfair advantage because if you're playing guys if you're playing in the pros in Europe, the issue is you're going to get a lot of former NBA players out there, or guys that are trying to make a comeback. And I think it's an unfair advantage. I think there should be a rule on that in the NCAA because Illinois, their whole team, you could have a whole starting 5 of your international guys and one guy off the bench. I think that's where it is, and I think it's too unfair. I think if you're the NCAA, you need to make a rule on that. But here's the thing: the NCAA says they're student athletes. That's bullcrap. They're not really student athletes.
No, not anymore.
D1, it's like it's all NIL. It's based on the NIL. I mean, I'll tell you that. Like it's getting too ridiculous, and I think it's not even that. And soon you're going to start seeing Olympic sports like track, cross country. Those sports might go out just because of the NIL. You can't fund all of it together.
No, you absolutely cannot. Man, that's wild stuff. I don't know if you are a baseball fan. The Rockies have started the season 0-3, getting swept by the Marlins. Is there any hope for that team?
There's no hope. I'm sorry. Covering that team, I think it's funny. I'll say this. I cover a lot of Denver sports teams. I talk with all these reporters in Denver and the radio guys from that area. And we always have to talk about the Nuggets, the Avs, the Broncos. Those are our priority teams, man. When we mentioned the Rockies, I forgot to tell you this Friday, but we did a funny game show thing. We called it Guess Who This Player Is. And we brought up the opening day lineup. And we're like, Who's this guy? I've never heard of him. So, and they just couldn't believe who the lineup was. And I think it was funny. That, we just couldn't believe who the lineup was. And we're like, man, this team's horrible.
Yeah.
And it is horrible. They made it to the pros. But the issue is no one wants to pitch here. No many people want to come in and hit here with the altitude.
It's true. No pitcher wants to take their talents there. I think the only way you combat that is you build. They already have high fences over there in Coors Field. You could just. I think if you push all the fences back 10 feet, you'll start to get some more guys that want to pitch there. But it's a big problem. And let's say if you were a stud free agent, if you were Tarek Skubal, you wouldn't want to pitch there either.
Nope. Even if you paid me $1 billion a year, I still would not want to go to Colorado.
Because you are already a billionaire in our hearts. Alex, I'm going to finish the show on my own for the next 20 minutes. But, brother, thank you for calling in and gracing us with your presence. You're the absolute man, bro. We'll talk to you again soon, hopefully on Wednesday.
Yep. Thank you so much, Zach.
Of course. Peace. What an awesome guy. Oreo, guys, thought that Luka Doncic played college basketball. Brett. I mean, hey, I'm sorry. Hey! It's been a really fun show. Before we go, I did want to talk a little bit about the UFC. Israel Adesanya has lost his last 4 fights. Israel Adesanya, the style bender. This guy was pound for pound, the best fighter that we had. I know it was 3 years ago, and a lot can change in 3 years, and I know he's gotten older, but dude, holy fall off. He lost to Joe Pfeiffer this weekend on Saturday and looked pretty bad doing so. He got rocked by Pfeiffer early in round 2 and could not handle it. He gave up too. Herb Dean had to go in and save his life. Izzy had no more answers. Izzy was a fighter that was hey, this guy might run the sport for the next 10 years. And Izzy disappeared so fast. He had the moment too. Perea knocked him down. He went back and he won that belt back from Poatan. He won the belt back from Perea. And we're like, dude, Izzy's the man. Izzy's going to have the belt forever. Sean Strickland. Dong dong. Sean Strickland said, yeah, no. Sorry, I'm pulling it up right now. He got the belt back from Poatan. He got it back from Perea. And then Sean Strickland was like, nah, I'll have that. And then it bounced over to Duplessis, and then DDP was like, nah, no. You're getting subbed. Then he fought on a fight night against Imavov. Then he fights on a fight night against Imavov and gets KO'd in round 2. And then last Saturday. And then this Saturday, Joe Pfeiffer knocks him out in round 2 as well. Izzy's washed. Israel Adesanya is washed. This was a pound-for-pound best fighter in the league type of guy. This was a guy that at every single fight, you're like, how does he even lose? This was a UFC fighter that was thought of as unstoppable. A force of nature that no one wanted to fight against. And now Israel Adesanya has lost his last 4 fights in the UFC. It's not like it's the craziest competition in the world. Sean Strickland has proven incredibly normal. DDP is very good fighting. He's a very good fighter, but clearly mortal. And then Joe Pfeiffer, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the guy might be the greatest of all time. He might go down as that. Joe Pfeiffer's still very young in his career. He's got a lot of power. A lot of power at middleweight. I was shocked watching Israel Adesanya lose that fight. And then seeing that it's his 4th loss in a row. What happened? It happened fast, too. Is it a purely physical thing? Is it a physical thing? Is it a mental issue with Izzy? Either way, that was a pound-for-pound best fighter in the league type guy that's now lost 4 fights in a row, and I'm shocked. I'm shocked Izzy has lost 4 fights in a row. I'm shocked. Burping. I'm shocked Israel Adesanya has lost 4 fights in a row now. It's crazy. It's crazy, awesome, silly, goofy. This clip is going to be really, really funny. The clip with the head coaches in the NFL. That one's going to be really, really good. I'm excited for that. Outside of that, the other things I'm clipping out today is the entire conversation with Ethan, pretty much, and then the entire awesome conversation that we just had with CJ. There's some funny stuff in there, boys. I had this take about the NBA expansion teams that just didn't really pan out too much. They should make this the real emoji. Is that the one with the headphones? Yeah, probably the with the headphones one. That's really fun. Both. Yeah, but I'm both. What was Drake do? I've been feeling something, so I'm drunk or I'm high, but I'm both right now, and I'm feeling fly. Yeah, I'm both. Kanye West came out with a new album, Bully. Not even a new album. It's a new album, but it's an album that he previously released like 2 years ago, chock full of AI, nosed out of his mind, off the laughing gas, like I'm going to put this on YouTube. Dave Blunt's was like, I'm going to write this whole thing for you. Kanye released Bully officially this weekend on Spotify and Apple Music, wherever you get your tunes. The first half of the album is like newer stuff, new joints I haven't heard before. The second half is the original AI Bully, just non-AI. He basically removed all the AI crap from it. Dog. Is Kanye West back? It's less like, hey, I love this song, because I'm not going to lie, I'm not the biggest fan of the music, but it sounds and feels and looks like Kanye. Right when I heard it, right when the first song is kind of an awesome skit, and it's just a beautiful voiceover, and I'm like, yes. This is absolutely Kanye. Like what he said, I forgot about it. I don't care. He was on drugs. He was a drug addict. I don't care what he said about Hitler. I don't care what Kanye West said anymore. I never really did. I thought it was funny the whole time. He's on InfoWars, covered up, masked up. Mask off. Take your mask off. My friend was at the Chateau Marmont, and dude, if you have a story about the Chateau Marmont, but it's not from your perspective, it's like, oh, I have a friend who goes there. You're such a loser, but here I am. Here I am once again. My friend was having drinks at the Chateau Marmont, and Kanye eats there almost every day, basically, at this point. He's obsessed with that place. A lot of people are. But he was at the Chateau, and Kanye had like a small table in like the living room area at the Marmont, and so there's this huge commotion going on, and they don't know what it is, and he sees like Kanye walking out with Bianca, and these like really old Jewish guys screaming at him, saying, "Get him out of here. We'll never eat in this restaurant if he's here. We'll never come to this establishment if that guy is here, that anti-Semite." And Kanye just took it on the chin and walked out. And was like, all right. And just walked out of there. So. He always said it if I randomly started acting weird, it's not me. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not you, it's me. I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes in my own room? I hate bugs. Bugs are so unnecessary. Ain't a bug I've met in my life where I'm like, glad we have you, bro. Spiders, spooky. Flies, annoying. Mosquitoes, itchy. The only bug I'm like, let's go. When I see a roly-poly, yeah. Come on now. Snails, if I see a snail crossing the road, first of all, I'm up way too early. Second of all, a snail crossing the road? Are you an idiot? Do you remember when I was a kid, I used to see bugs all the time. I don't see bugs anymore. Maybe because I'm not playing in the dirt. But seeing a nice fat earthworm after a rainy day, it puts a tingle down my spine. But most of the time, bugs, I'm out on bugs. There's no point in them. Oh, they all have a purpose. What purpose? To be annoying? To be pests? Hey, XD. Worms are cool, like I said. Crickets, I like the noise of crickets. Yes, crickets in the back. Fireflies. Fireflies are the best bug that we have. By far. They look cool. They're pretty. They signal summer. So we're like, oh, it's summertime. The fireflies are out. Let's go. Let's light some fireworks. Let's drink some Budweiser. Let's put the kids to bed early tonight, honey. Dude, when I see fireflies, I'm like, when I find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. That's the signal of summertime. More than apple pie. More than bikinis. More than a sunburn. Summer's about bikinis, getting sunburnt. Sorry. Summer's about getting sunburnt, seeing some fireflies. Getting wet. Aquatic. They probably are. Oh, XD1, your clip went off, dude. Let's check out his clip. Bugs, paprika. Is there a better bug than fireflies? Dragonflies are cool. I like that caterpillars turn into butterflies, but I don't think of butterflies as bugs. What am I doing there? They're closer to birds than they are bugs, right? It's just because they start as a caterpillar. Obviously, we're out on cockroaches. We're out on any sort of pesty bug. Termites, out. Ladybugs. Everyone loves a ladybug. Ladybugs are cool. I'm down with the ladybug. They eat aphids, right? Is that the story? There's something very vivid in my mind right now that I can't picture. Some sort of piece of media, like a TV show or a movie involving a ladybug and aphids, and I don't think it's Bug's Life, but it might be. Bug's Life came out 30 years ago. So old. Roly-polies rock. Yeah. Oreo roly-polies are awesome. Ladybugs keep landing on me. That's good, dude. It means you're it probably happens because you listen to the show. I like caterpillars. I like when they roll up. They look like a cinnamon roll. I like when they're squishy too. Squish them a little bit. Ladybugs, fireflies, roly-polies. I like snails. Snails don't do anything wrong. Earthworms. Mosquitoes need to be, let's be done with mosquitoes. Roly-polies are there to roll. Did we figure out the top 5 bugs? Just like that? Fireflies, ladybugs, earthworms, roly-polies, and butterflies. I think those are the top 5 bugs. I think those might be the top 5 bugs. I think we did it, guys. Hey, bro, just like that off the dome, you and I got it absolutely done. Bugs. Best bugs. Top bugs. It's going to be in the best moments for sure. You've been watching the best moments. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry I wasn't very good today. Bugs. What up, JD? Is a bee a bug? Is a bee a bug? Don't look it up. Nobody look it up. Is a bee a bug? Is a bee a bug? Let's do this a different way. If a bee wasn't a bug, what would it be? It wouldn't be a bird. Is it a mammal? Does it give live birth to its offspring? If you're chill with them, they up there. Hey, if you're chill with a bee, the bees are up there. Bees are pretty cool. They I don't like the noise they make. There's always a hint of danger when you're embracing a bee. Yellow jackets are out for blood. Wasps? No, thank you. Bro, I'd be straight terrified of wasps. My house, when I was growing up, used to have wasps. We'd have nests, and my dad would kill them. I'd be scared. I'd be like, I'm playing outside today. He's like, hey, go play outside. Get out of here. You're being annoying. I'm trying to get some, hi, my baby, gonna hold it tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. Go play with the neighbor. Get out of here. I was like, I'm not going outside. He's like, why? It's like, there's a wasp nest. And he's like, bro, outside's big. That's when I realized outside is huge, dude. Then you go to another country, and you're like, dude, outside is massive. It's so big. The earth is huge, and yet so small in the grand scheme. You know, at the tip of Orion, actually, at the top of his head, Orion, the constellation up in the sky. Well, I see it all the time up here in the northern hemisphere. You could probably see Orion's belt as well, and if you see Orion's belt, you could see Orion. Betelgeuse is the star. It's the tip-top Rick Rock of Orion. That star is so massive. If you replaced our sun with Betelgeuse, it would go, this makes no sense, but it would go all the way to Saturn. It'd be so big. It's so big, Betelgeuse the star. If you put it in our solar system, replaced our sun in a heliocentric model, as we have the sun, we have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, right? Jupiter. Betelgeuse is so big that it would engulf Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and then go all the way to Jupiter. I said Saturn earlier, I meant Jupiter. But yeah, I think I'm out on bugs. We had carpenter bees in our house, and we had to kill a bunch of them. We had bee bodies in our house until we moved out like 5 or 6 years later. Oreo. I have no idea about your living situation or socioeconomic status, but when you tell me that you had bugs in your house for 5 or 6 years, hey, dog, I would keep that between you and God, man. Keep that one between you and God, bro. I imagine Oreo trying to rizz up a girl, trying to take her to prom. And he's like, yeah. Do you know anything about carpenter bees? She's like, no. 20 minutes later, she's like, I'm never going over to your place. You have bees in your house. Scariest house of all time. Scariest house in Pittsburgh. Yeah, you guys want to come on over? Yeah, sure. What's that buzzing? We got bees in the house, dude. We got a bunch of bees in the house. It's all right. We tried to get them out, and they kept appearing. We moved out. Okay, Oreo, good. Glad you moved out. Also, no hard feelings. I'm just messing around, too. If I had bees in my house, I would tell all my homies, hey, yo, bro, I got bees in my house. What? Like what? Like bees? Bro, every night there's like a cricket outside my window and I whack the bushes with an umbrella. JD taking matters into his own hand. Did you finish Red Dead? XD, I have been finished with Red Dead. I'm working right now though. I'm trying to get 100% completion. So I have a bunch of work to be doing in Red Dead. It's like a job. I like clock in for it. I'm like, gotta go find the dinosaur bones. I gotta go get these egret plumes. I have to go collect a bunch of flowers and stuff. I have to make every single all of the elixirs and stuff that you drink throughout as like health items. I have to make those. So I have to find all of the ingredients and craft them and make them and do all of these things. I have so much oregano to find. I have to do all of the legendary fish. Right now, I'm knocking out the legendary fish. I just did all the dino bones. Dream catchers are done. Rock paintings are done. Dino bones done. I am right now in the process of doing all of the legendary fish. I'm fishing my tail off right now. The other part that's hard is I don't use fast travel. I do all of this OG. So if I need to get to the desert, bro, and I'm all the way in Hanover, if I'm in Annisburg and I got to get to the desert, it's a 3-day trip for me. I might not even get there because I got work to do along the way. And you know, brother, if someone gives Vini work, Vini gonna get that work done. If someone give Vini work, Vini gonna get that work done. JD Walker got a job yesterday. Let's go, bro.
Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka.
After we hear about XD's dead cat, or before we hear about XD's dead cat, JD, what kind of job did you get, bro? We got 3 minutes left in the show. Chat it up. Let me know. XD said my cat died in 2023 and he was hella strong. In our shed, he fought a raccoon and killed it, and we watched live on the camera, but he died like Arthur Morgan from disease in late 2023. Like he had TB, he had black lung. And something scratched his ear badly. The disease and infection worked together and killed him, but he was strong. Brother, that is a crazy story of resilience in your cat, in your feline. It's a story about feline resilience. I'm sorry about your dead cat, but I am proud of him for being strong and tough. I'm sorry your cat is dead. I'm super sorry about your cat that died. I'm happy though that you got to have that. I got a job at Walmart helping online orders. $18 an hour. Let's go, JD. That's awesome. You were 2 when he died, XD? Dang, XD, you're only 5? Dude, JD, that is awesome, bro. You're going to learn a lot working there. In the online orders world, too, you might get some opportunities where people give you some tips and stuff like that. I would encourage you, first of all, JD, you're going to fall in love. Every time I've ever worked a job that has coworkers like that, I've fallen in love. Desperately. I've fallen in love with coworkers where it was just us and where there was only 2 of us. His name is LeBron James. You have way too many cats, XD. I'm just going to say it right now. It's too many cats. JD, that's going to be fun, dude. You're going to fall in love with a coworker. You're going to meet some new cool friends. They're going to be like, hey, you want to kick it after work? Just give it some time. And then work your butt off, dude. I always say when you have a job that you're in and you don't necessarily want to do for the rest of time, but you're like, I'm doing this for now because I need to make some gold. Use that time as a stress-free period of life to figure out what you do want to do. Use that money to research new things. Use that money that you make to buy Adobe Premiere or buy a new laptop so you can start editing. Or you want to learn music production. Learn that to buy a guitar. Maybe you want to learn photography or videography. Use that to buy a camera. You know what I mean? Like, use that money that you're going to be making off this new gig to do something that you really, 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 really want to do and like want to practice in life and can make money off of it. If you just use all your money to buy freaking V-Bucks and Lego sets, like, that's fun too. But dude, I spent all my money when I was your age on like pot, basically. And it's like, I could have bought cameras and I could have bought mics and I could have bought guitars and I could have bought new softwares or a new computer or a desktop, all of these things. So utilize the gift that you've been given of employment as great as you possibly can, and use it for good and use it for your future by buying something that can help you out in the future, because ultimately that's going to be worth so much